Oh, that's pain. Wonder who got this footage. Damn. Damn. Did you see his wife crying? That was crazy. That was crazy. This shit crazy, dude. What else you got for me? Damn. Damn. Instagram. Nothing. They could have done it. There's a better picture of Dana, if you know what I'm thinking. Right. Is there anything better? Damn, I need subscribers badly, guys. Help me. Was you trolling about flat earth? No, Trent, bro. Real flat earthers come to this channel, bro. Don't disrespect them. Oh my god, I have a present for you guys. That's so funny. Should we run it today? We'll look at memes today and then just run memes for a bit. I feel like everyone's missing out anyway. What else you got? Oops. I took that off. Sorry about that. Fuck you, bro. What else you got? What else you got? Havoc. Hopefully Conor McGregor has a good sleep. Is this so bad it's funny? Like I thought there was gonna be like a joke to it. Come on, send me memes, not just like Photoshop. Give me something good. Give me something. There has to be something that's like, I respect all fighters, but I need to see some memes. All right.
Will have to defy the odds tonight, for he draws that. Will have to defy the odds tonight.
How McGregor arrived versus how he left.
Will have to defy the odds tonight, for he draws that man, the notorious Conor McGregor.
Oh,
will have to defy the odds to.
Oh my god, man. There goes our viewership, boys. I don't know if I can trust Prim. Oh, let's see. Oh, Apex I can trust. Yeah. Damn. Yo, that's straight evil. That's evil. Oh my god. That is cold. Damn. Damn. The difference is Connor fought a killer and Nate fought a pussy. Next, Keon. Damn. Oh my god. Damn. Oh my god. Holy, oh my Medcare. Oh my god. Damn, Keon, you won the fucking meme trophy. Like, that is so evil, dude. Damn. Damn, look at that. Wow. Russ. Damn. Damn. Oh my god. What are we doing here? What are we doing? What the fuck? Oh my god. Damn. DC looks great here. Doesn't even look Photoshop. Frogan has loading. It says, so I noticed our gate was bent. Thought someone might have been doing something dodgy with the car. So I checked CCTV. Is this UFC related? Damn. Damn. That's Connor. Damn. I'm kidding. Damn. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No, that's unfortunate. Dude, you going too fast, bro. You gotta slow the fuck down. Oh. He just walk over. Right? Holy shit, bro. Oh my god. The poor guy's winded, dude. This is so mean. Why are you going that fast, kid? Damn. You gotta slow down, champ. Damn. Poor guy. It's okay, buddy. Here he comes. Oh my god, this is so bad. This is so evil. We're done. Okay, we're done. He is coming in fast, though. Okay, we're done. We're done with all these things. Okay. This is evil, dude. This is Burning One is evil. Yo, send me something else, dude. I need to focus somewhere else. You're cold. Leave me alone, bro. I have a sick sense of humor. Like, it's not funny. It's just he is coming in fast, dude. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a bike at first, like a motorcycle. That's why it's funny. It's like an e-bike or some shit. I mean, like, what kid? I never with a bike moved that fast. So that kid was really like zooming. Huncho, can we trust Huncho? That's it? That's all he said? Congratulations, Dustin? Lame. Well, subscriber link, please. Let's see. I can trust Apex. No! Dead body reported. Oh, no. No. What if Connor sees these, dude? That's horrible, man. The internet gets the real KO. Damn. What's this? Dana White realizing he won't be able to make Khabib versus Connor. Where did they get this? Poor Dana, man. What else you got? What else? Bob the Dragon. Yeah, let's see. Connor will win in the second round, 45 seconds in. Dude, I was going to make this tweet 37 seconds. I want to be super precise with it. I was like, imagine I did 37 seconds and I guessed it correct. This meme will blow up. Oh, man. I'm turning into the new O'Malley on Twitch. Just, all right, it's my first wrong prediction. Actually, 2 wrong predictions. What about Hooker? Hooker fucking, I don't want to say let me down. These guys are fucking warriors, man. We can't disrespect them. He didn't let me down. It's just Chandler surprised me. 2 wrong. Oh yeah, we're deleting all of that, dude. We're deleting. Actually, make sure it's only media. No, just fucking tweets. Just media and links. Chandler is no bum. Yeah, exactly. It's just Hooker's no bum either. You know, Hooker has so much potential. Dana, when he realizes he can't make millions off the McGregor, Conor, yeah.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill myself.
That's not funny. That's not funny. Okay, what else we got? Really, dude? Are we really doing this? You know, you guys can attack fighters, but I'm going to make a policy where we can't do John Jones memes because there's too many. I'm not going to win this war, dude. This is just evil, man. This is so fucking evil. This is so evil, dude. Like, I'm not winning this. Huncho, can I trust you? I just read it. I want to make this one. I already made the joke. They beat me to it. This is so good. This is really good. This is so good. Okay, we can trust Honcho. Havoc, can we trust you?
When you fight in street, tell me when you fight in street. When you fight in street, tell me. Okay, for example,
Oxnard.
what? What is this? What is this, Oxford?
Oh my
He can
god.
say whatever he want. When alcoholic, someone drunk guy talk, nobody cares about him. And when we
Damn.
go to the cage, we will see who gonna talk. Let's talk now.
Bam.
Next is Coca-Cola with ice and some steaks with burgers, you know. It's like, I'm very hungry.
So am I.
Thank you.
What happened in Vegas?
Please, someone send me the Tito Ortiz one. Please, dude. Please, that one is so good.
Complete 60 additional hours of community service within
Are you
3
serious
months.
sending this?
And the state is also asking for a curfew. The defense wishes to argue whether the curfew should be enforced. The state does believe it should be enforced. We'll get our reasons later. But those are the 4 conditions.
Wow, I'm so fair that I play it, dude.
Your Honor, we want to start by saying
You're
the
an
most
asshole,
important thing
bro.
here is that Mr. Jones was sober when he was stopped by this police officer and has been sober for 6 months. And that's really significant.
Name a fighter that could beat Prime Jones. If you want to do that, let me hurt your feelings. Go ahead, I'll wait.
Here. This is a charge of revving his engine.
Man said
and drag
GSP.
racing. He's
Shut
already
the
been
fuck
in jail
up.
now for 3 days. So, and he's already actually
Man said
completed
Stipe.
76
Okay,
appearances,
bro.
125 hours of community service. We just wanted to stress that we intend to fight
Man
these
said
traffic
easy.
violations.
You're an
We believe
idiot.
That, they're bogus. We believe that he was profiled, but that's obviously
Yams, you deserve a
And we would
VIP,
ask
bro.
That Your Honor not require these additional
Prime
conditions
Tyson, yeah.
because he's already essentially done 3 days, which is what he would have done if he'd been on the STEPS program. The most important is the curfew. Mr. Jones now has a fight, a major fight in less than a month. He trains late at night. He was actually stopped just a mile or so, or less than that, from the gym. He trains at night and then has to eat after that. So he's often out late at night.
USADA.
And if it's 10 o'clock, he can't even take his wife to a movie. He's also going to be traveling for this fight to Las Vegas. He's going to have to be training late at night. He's going to have media. We just would ask the court to at least if you're considering...
I got something really
all
funny for you
factors,
guys.
Which we don't think he needs, but that this one is really important, and that's that you not impose a curfew at this time.
What's the reason for the curfew? Well,
Check
Judge, in the past, this is his second so-called violation. The first was a preliminary violation where he was given 24 hours of community service. That, again, was related to a driving incident. And this one, again, is a driving incident. The underlying charge was actually a hit and run. He left the scene of the accident, and there were injuries involved. That's what brought it to a 4th-degree felony. So, again, these incidents seem to be occurring late at night. The latest probation violation was around, I believe, approximately 11 at 9 p.m. past the 10 o'clock the state's asking for. So we believe that these incidents are occurring late at night. And if he is to stay in his house later, I think we'll avoid some of these incidents.
All right.
Also, I mean, we've heard that these are just technical violations, but, Judge, when you're on probation, you are...
This is my favorite video on the internet. God, bro, I love this, man.
Tito Ortiz is with the winner, the world's heavyweight champion, Fedor Emelianenko.
All right, guys. I'm going to have an interpreter here for Fedor Emelianenko. Everybody had question of what type of heavyweight you were. You showed it once on Tim Sylvia in 38 seconds. You've done it again against Andre Arlovski in 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Let me tell you how you're feeling right now.
Now, is it true you're coming back in the fall, though, that the fight will be in the fall?
Yes, it'll be in April. It'll be in April. I start camp probably around in the beginning of July. So, you know, having a long camp as always. But
April?
Yeah, I mean, I train 6 days, actually 6 days a week. 5 days a week. I'll train 3 days a week. One of those days, I'll...
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm so used to it. Sorry. I'm an idiot.
Tito Ortiz is with the winner,
Damn.
the world's heavyweight champion, Fedor Emelianenko.
All right, guys. I'm going to have an interpreter here for Fedor Emelianenko. Everybody had question of what type of heavyweight you were. You showed it once on Tim Sylvia in 38 seconds. You've done it again against Andre Arlovski in 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Let me tell you how you're feeling right now.
Now, is it true you're coming back in the fall, though, that the fight will be in the fall?
Yes, it'll be in April. It'll be in April. I start camp probably around in the beginning of July. So, you know, having a long camp as always. But
April?
Yeah, I mean, I train 6 days, actually 6 days a week. 5 days a week, I'll train 3 days a week. One of those days, I'll train 2 days of the week. So 6 days a week I'll be training.
You know, lastly, Chuck feels like he stole your thunder, and this is sour grapes from you. Like, it's personal because, in a way, you're jealous of him. How does hearing that out of his mouth fall on your ears?
Jealous of him? This guy can't even put a fucking sentence together, man. Are you kidding me right now? He's reaching for those grapes. He's trying to make his wine, and the wine's already sounding like a violin with that cheese and wine. We'll see on November 24th.
As you guys get older, is it harder to get your bodies into the shape that's required to go at each other?
Not with me. I mean, I've only been off for a year and a half. I'm only 43 years old. I'm an old mature. I mean, I matured old. I mean, very fast, but at the same time, my body hasn't matured great, just because of my father's really old. My father's 80 years old. My grandmother's 100 years old. So my body is in great shape.
Well, here we are with Swallow Babalu. You did an awesome job. So why you're a black belt?
Bro, what the fuck?
That's required to go at each other?
Not with me. I mean, I've only been off for a year and a half. I'm only 43 years old. I'm an old mature. I mean, I matured old. I mean, very fast, but at the same time, my body hasn't matured great, just because of my father's really old. My father's 80 years old. My grandmother's 100 years old. So my body is in great shape.
Well, here we are with Swallow Babalu. You did an awesome job. So why you're a black belt in jiu-jitsu, getting an awesome submission there. I want to tell me what you see. Let's go ahead and see by the fight what you saw in the ring.
Hey, fans, tune in. I never let you down until now. I won't start. Tito Ortiz, Fight Out TV. Check it out.
We know the weakness that you have, but you
This is my favorite moment in history, bro. This is great.
You did an awesome job. So why you're a black belt in jiu-jitsu, getting an awesome submission there. I want to tell me what you see. Let's go ahead and see by the fight what you saw in the ring.
You fans, tune in. I never let you down until now. I won't start. Tito Ortiz, Fight Out TV. Check it out.
We know the weakness that you had, but you actually showed the heart and determination of a champion, of how tough of a light heavyweight you really are here in the Affliction card. What do you think about the future of you, future opponents? Are you forgetting better for your back?
Oh my
Come here and
God.
fight me.
Oh.
Yes, and my back will be better in about 3 months, so I know all the fans would love to see me and you get it on. You know what? You're an awesome fighter. Congratulations tonight. Everybody, let's give a hand to Ronaldo Babalu, one of the greatest light heavyweights of the night.
Sustainable model. Are the other people on the undercard getting a cut of the pay-per-views
Bro,
and gate?
I'm actually so sick that I would just hire him as like that. I would pay him as an announcer just for the memes. I think it would grow the sport.
Sustainable.
That was so good.
You're an awesome fighter. Congratulations tonight. Everybody, let's give a hand to Ronaldo Babalu, one of the greatest light heavyweights of the night.
A sustainable model. Are the other people on the undercard getting a cut
This
of
is the only fucking he's the only guy who'll ever promote you, bro.
pay-per-views and gate, or is it just yourself and Chuck?
Well, it is just me, myself, and Chuck. So, as I always growing up, is don't ever do juice, as in steroids, right? Chael Sonnen gets popped for a juice cocktail. So people want to say, so how, and the question was, so how do I think this fight's going to turn out? I said, well, let me go ahead and find Chael for you. So the best acronym I can think of that is a juice box. Juice box being Chael Sonnen. And it was no more than that because he is a juicy juice boy. He likes to do his dabble in his little steroid stuff, and hopefully they do test us, which I know they will test us. They test us on all of our fights. But that just shows a sign of weakness. And a sign of weakness is him being full of juice. He's a juice box, he's a juice boy, and that's why that juicy juice box came into the camera frame.
Fighting probably one of the toughest 185-pounders, number 2 ranked, Matt Lindland. Man, that was amazing. That was the old Vito bump that we all want to see. Him at 131 years old, he's back.
This never
Tito,
gets
go ahead.
old.
Tell him what I do so well.
Well, he talks well.
Oh,
His
I
mouth
love-
has gotten him every
I love
fight,
this.
big fight that he's had. And every time when it's time to present and perform, he's failed. On Saturday night, it's not going to change. What I do well, I come in with heart, I come in with determination, I come in with hard work and perseverance. When I get my hand raised, I don't know why. And so all the millions of fans that have had my back over the last 20 years.
Tito always says I'm using my mouth to get my opportunities. The only person I know that made money using their mouth is his ex-wife.
Oh, chill.
Well, just to correct you, I was never no marriage.
Boy, you are so punk.
You're a fucking punk, dude. That's what you call class right here compared to no class.
That was a nasty line.
No class.
That was nasty.
No class at all. That's why you see him with thongs and fucking jeans and a t-shirt. No class.
They don't call you the bad guy for nothing.
A bad girl.
Oh God, Tito is like actually the greatest content on the internet, bro. No, let me tell you how you are feeling right now. Yo, bro, I love this, bro. Yo. Tito should get his hand raised every time he completes a sentence correctly. Holy shit, bro. Oh my God, bro. I love this one. He managed to combine words like small as violin and sour grapes. Yeah, I don't know, man. He's reaching for those grapes. He's trying to make his wine, and the wine already sounding like a violin. With that cheese and wine, this man should have been a poet. Oh, that's great. That's great. All right. Chat, what do you got for me? I want to see the tonight's memes though. Like I can't. Whoa.
Ben Askren, he went to ONE FC. That meeting that you had with him, why wasn't he unable to sell you on why you should be in the UFC?
Yeah, I you know, obviously I heard that he had a lot of negative things to say, especially about me.
I mean, for me, the biggest benefit is not having to work for Dana White. That guy's a freaking scumbag. Like, even if he paid me triple what I'm earning here, which would be a boatload of money, I don't know that I can see myself working for him. He's just a terrible person all around. So
I can just tell from the comments that were made that Ben Askren just isn't one of those kind of guys. He's not a guy. Then I'm hearing just stupidness that the reason he went to ONE FC is because he heard that I wanted him to go to World Series of Fighting. I don't give a fuck where he goes. He can go fight in fucking ABC and on fucking Pluto for all I care.
Fight or trade, the UFC will release Demetrius Johnson, allowing him to sign with ONE, while the Singapore-based promotion will release Ben Askren allowing him to sign with the UFC.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out.
If that 165 becomes available, you know, America-Russia is always a great storyline. It always is, from like since the Cold War. America and Russia. Think about that. Think about how it sells. Think about that.
165. 165 isn't happening.
By that point, we're gonna have 20-0 Ben Askren versus 27-0 Khabib. Someone's O's got to go. America versus Russia. I will get on his back and I will chant USA.
What's it like after all this?
Yeah,
I haven't been Askren.
Yeah, it's great. Listen, I'm the one that wanted to bring Ben Askren into the UFC. I made this decision. He's here. He's a UFC fighter, and yeah, I make the fights, and they either win them or lose them on their own. Has nothing to do with me.
Okay, so can you imagine like a 75-year-old Dana sitting there? You smoke cigars, drink whiskey. You do something probably, right? Hey, okay, well imagine you're smoking a cigar, sitting in your porch 75 thinking, you remember when those guys thought Askren was gonna come here and then I got his ass kicked 3 times? Like I can just picture that in my head. That's like so funny, and like that's probably what I would do if I was in your situation. I'd laugh
You and Woodley must hang out a lot.
That's funny though. Think about that. That's a funny picture. And then
that's a total Woodley conspiracy. I can hear you two in the
funny.
gym.
Come on.
Oh, you're trying to get me beat.
I'm
Gucci.
I'm Gucci. I got more answer, but that's a funny visual. Think about the visual.
All right, now to get us the introductions for this featured bout at welterweight, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 20 seconds of the very first
not
round.
this.
Declaring the winner by submission due to a bulldog choke, Ben Bucky Askren.
All right, let's have some fucking fun.
You thought of that stoppage? Bad stoppage. And that was a bad stoppage. It happens. What are you going to do? It sucks.
Why was it so important for you to be here? And tell us where your opponent is. Why is he not here?
Well, so first and foremost, I was invited. I had my plane ticket in my email. And then I get a call and says, hey, George doesn't want to show up for work. We're not going to need you anymore. And listen, I don't give a damn. If George has reservations at the IHOP and doesn't want to come to work, I'm not missing an opportunity.
My question is for Ben, right here. We saw some unfortunate trash talking on Twitter last week, and I'm curious if you have a limit for your trash talking and what that limit is.
Well, I don't attack wives or families or religions. That being said, unless the boss thinks it looks bad on the UFC, I think they're grown men and they need to deal with the repercussions. So I guess in that situation, I believe in freedom of speech for them to say whatever the hell they want. And if there's negative repercussions for themselves, they got to deal with it. They're adults.
Right. Now, I have a question for Dana, but he wandered off.
I'll answer. Yes, me. I got you. I'm going to answer your question. No, she's asking you, and I was going to answer for you.
That's all right.
What do you got?
I'm curious if you have an update on Cyborg and the featherweight division.
What's the question? But, you know, we'll see. That's up to John Jones. But, yeah, he's headlining, and hopefully, you know, it all works out.
Well, I guess and Brett, they put me on the card, so in case John doesn't show up for work, I got your numbers. We'll be good.
Thanks, buddy.
You have a second headliner on the card, yeah.
Hey Dana, it's the Schmo. Nice to see you. You look good.
Thanks,
it seems
buddy.
like a lot of your 155ers are making the jump to welterweight, and a lot of your welterweights are coming down to 155. What's it gonna take to get a 165-pound weight division? Maybe a Grand Prix, start it end of summer, early fall? A lot of the top guys here would put their names in the hat. And a lot of the people want to see it. And when I say people, I mean the Schmo. What do you think?
What the fuck is that? What the fuck just happened? Yeah, it's not going to happen, Schmo. Sorry.
Dana, let me remind you this. 27-0, 20-0, USA, Russia. Mian Khabib's back.
I know. You tried to sell me on that one before. I heard that one before.
Listen,
Thanks for coming, everybody. We appreciate it. Have a great day.
Any chance they get. The fight clock is brought.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog has called a stop to this contest at 5 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Jorge Gamebred.
Hey, oh my God, that was cool.
All right, guys. The attendance was 18,358. It was a sellout.
Yeah, can we see that again, bro? That was so cool.
Any chance they get. The fight clock is brought.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog has called a stop to this contest at 5 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Jorge Gamebred.
All right, guys. The attendance was 18,358. It was a sellout. $6.06 million gate. The performance of the night went to Masvidal, Nunes, Jan, and Yadong. They all won $50,000. Congratulations.
What was your take on what he did?
Yeah, that dude's a killer, man. He is. What a brilliant plan, execution. I mean, everything of that flying knee was brilliant. If you're going into a fight with Ben Askren, you can 99.9% predict that he's going to try to take you down right out the gate, and that's what he thought. He set up the flying knee perfectly. He landed it perfectly, and it was super impressive.
I agree. I need a gifted sub right now. Any other news? Let's see. Let's get an update before we wrap this up. Oh, it's already out?
We shall see.
Are we allowed to watch this? If it's HD, it's what is this? Are we allowed to watch this, chat? Oh, it's not a clip, right? You can only see the clip on Twitter. Yeah. Oh, let's
see. I'm gonna go home with my kids and just, in the hotel and just chill for a bit and regroup, and that's it.
Both kept it extremely classy before and afterwards. Respect for both. Friendship ended with Connor. Dustin is my new best friend. Dana. Damn. What happens now? What happens when someone gets 100 mil? Do they never fight? Do they never fight to their full capacity? I don't know. I just think, Connor fought right. It's just Dustin's too good now. Dustin's leveled up. He's just too far up there now. That's it. What else we got, chat? What am I missing?
There's a clown right here.
No, we can make fun of him, but I want some new content for everyone, just so we don't miss anything new. Because I got something funny to show you guys. When we switch segments, you'll be surprised. Team. That's it. Wei Li Zhang and John Jones, the greatest fighters. That's it. Let's see. The fuck? Not a Megan fan.
Fox and I are about to play a game of Pictionary, but first we're going to need partners. So joining
nice,
Team
she's nice.
Fox, he's a man of many talents. Say hello to Nick Cannon!
Cringe Lord.
That's
That's what I'm talking about. Nice to see you, my friend. Very, very good. Nick Cannon. We're going to go get that W. We're going to get that W. Joining my
Nick Cannon is everything that's wrong with Zoomers. You know what I mean? He's not a Zoomer, but he acts like a Zoomer. And people who got this personality just yikes, dude. Like, yikes.
team. He works hard, and he plays harder. Here's Wiz Khalifa, everybody.
All right. Boy, this guy's such a G. He's a kickboxer now. Have you seen him? He looks good. He looks pretty good. Like, for a rapper, he looks great.
We can do it, man. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. We can do this right now. This is the best. Everyone knows how to play Pictionary. 30 seconds on the clock. We'll each take a turn. Then we'll have a showdown where both teams will draw the same clue at the same time, worth double points. May the best team win. Megan Fox, why don't you go first? Wiz will sit over here.
Okay, so I just pick a number, and I'm going to draw.
You can do it, man.
Anybody have suggestions for which number? 4. Okay.
He's got the
What do I do?
sixes on. Damn.
Oh my God. Okay, this
What is
is.
this?
Got this. Don't worry.
Okay, it's a phrase. Okay. And I just go anytime.
Yep. Whenever
Yeah?
you go, we'll start the clock.
Okay. Okay.
Phrase.
Okay.
Happy. To be neck. Throat.
Okay. I don't remember what they look like.
Just ADHD. We're going back to UFC in a sec.
What is that? Hey, this is a family show. Yeah, it's a family show. Throat.
I don't remember what they look like.
Throat. Lozenges. Throat.
Okay, it was a frog.
That was a good frog.
In your throat.
Oh, we almost got there. That's okay. I got it. That's great. Frog's face looks more like a human.
What is this? What are you showing me? Bro, Huncho, give that guy an hour timeout. Don't waste time right now. That's it. That's it for UFC content. We've absorbed everything, even the older stuff. Is that it? Should we switch? I think that's it. We hit the memes. We hit everything. Okay, because I got something so funny to show you guys, dude. Can we switch? Just let me know if we can. I don't want to switch and then go back. Dude. Yo, fuck creep catchers for a sec. Hold on. Oh, Nate Diaz.
Some of these guys out here, joking around all day, you know. I think they make us look bad, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm chilling. I like to smile and laugh too. But that gay out there with the thongs and what the hell?
Hey, why are you sending dudes in thongs, dude? Huncho's gotta go, dude. Huncho, you get 2-hour timeout. Just chill with me another day. I just go to bed. You're being weird. Okay. Zherka, what's your take on this? You gonna get banned for a thong? No. Just tell us not. Megan Fox's thumbs? No. Alright, look, we caught up. We can switch now. Yo, I've got the funniest debate to show you guys. Like, I didn't even finish it because it was the funniest. Young Pharaoh versus Flat Earth, dude. This is so worth the length. And I'll stay up with you guys, trust me. This is by far, like, it actually, I don't know what to compare it to. GTA Radio? I don't know, but just listen to it.
All right, so I tell you what.
They want you to go first.
This is the guy's the funniest troll in the world.
Go first. Damn.
That's your comments or my comments?
That's my comments.
See, we got 2 different comments going in. So this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna keep it because I can't really. I know you watching yours, I'm watching mine, so we just gonna keep it traditional, and I'm gonna just let the challenger, pop it off. And so, can you see this timer in my hand that I'm holding to the screen?
Yeah, I can see your phone up there.
All right. What I'm gonna do is you get your presentation ready. And as soon as you say you ready, I'm gonna click start, and this is gonna count down. And as soon as this gets to 20 minutes, it's gonna begin to beat. Now I'm gonna keep this, right underneath my computer. So as it gets to going off and ringing,
a buddy of mine linked this, and Pharaoh's a funny guy. This guy's funny, but the flat earther is hysterical. The funniest dude ever. When he starts winning the debate, with disrespect, man.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. I can't guarantee it. But if you do hear it, that just means stop. And if you don't, then I'll chime in and I'll say, okay, the timer went on. And then that means, that's the end of the round. And so,
my bad. Let me try to screen share with you real quick. Let me see something.
All right.
Hold on. Hold up. Let me get my All right, so let me see. Can you see the picture right now?
Yeah, I can see it great. I can see it great. Let me make sure that they can see it. Let me see. Okay, yep, everybody can see it.
It's a black collage, right?
Yeah, and they got two, diagrams of a map.
Cool. Yeah, because I had a problem with opening up pictures on here before. So now that I got this up here, if you can see this, and apparently on my end, I think they looking good. All right, I'm gonna let you know when to start. As soon as I
saw a bit of this part.
Do my thing here. So which one we got? All right. Hold up just a minute.
He's
cool.
So
you
confident.
can go ahead and start your timer, bro.
All right, I'm starting it right. Hold on, because I'm gonna let you see it, so that way you can know. That way you know.
I'm not looking because I'm screen sharing.
Okay, as soon as I say now, I'm clicking it. So I'm starting it right now.
Okay, so most globalists say that ships vanishing on the horizon is proof of the globe Earth's curvature. They say that by taking a trip in an airplane or a ship and heading off toward a location in one direction and ending back up in that same location is proof of a circular navigating or circumnavigating the globe. We all heard that argument before. This is the argument that globalists say. So let's look at the footage in front of you. And let me keep going. So these claims that globalists make, such as when the ship going over the horizon is vanishing of the curve, these are not true. And the reason flat earthers are saying that is because none of these prove a globe. If you were circumnavigating on a globe in an airplane, so to speak, the plane will have to constantly nosedive to keep from going, in outer space. So that's one thing we got to look at. Let's pay attention to this diagram right now so you can see this. Circumnavigation on a flat Earth versus a globe Earth. All right. On a globe Earth, a plane will have to have a constant tilt, a constant nosedive. Okay. Now, if you want to understand how that's false, that planes don't have a constant nosedive, you can look at D. Marble's spirit level test.
So great.
That debunks the whole nose tilting thing.
It's not even the good part.
Pilots are taught to fly even with the horizon, and it's called a horizon because it's horizontal. That wouldn't be possible if it was a curve. So how do you land a plane on a globe that's spinning 1,000 miles per hour? And why can't planes just hover off the ground and let their destination arrive beneath their feet? So we all see how circumnavigation is very simple on a flat Earth. It would be the equivalent of you walking outside of your house and walking around a block and getting back to your house. Don't mean you went over a darn curve, you see? So it's literally that simple. Walking in a circle don't mean you went over a curve. And when you think about pilots, right? Think about an airplane taking off in the same direction of the Earth, 1,000 miles per hour spin. That airplane will have to add 1,000 miles per hour to its original speed to reach its destination. Otherwise, it'll just keep spinning away from it. So if you look at the flat Earth map on the right, airplanes go counterclockwise or clockwise. That's called east and west. Everything going away from the center is toward the southern ring. There's only one pole on a flat earth, and I'll be proving that as we move forward. So it's simple. When we think about a CD versus a basketball, when we talk of going in a circle, it wouldn't be possible on a globe, because globe says that water would have to hold the shape of a ball, and you can't duplicate that nowhere in nature.
He's doing good.
So let's just do something real quick, slow this down, because a lot of y'all might be having a hard time digesting this. Let me go through these slides just a second. All right, so let's look at some of this footage here. Okay. If you look at the boat, a lot of globalists would say that the boat is vanishing on the horizon. All right, but there's something called convergence. And I'm just skipping through this so you can see nothing is hidden by a curve. We can't see forever. There's the point where something vanishes on the horizon is called a point of convergence. So y'all got to keep that in mind, okay? And just remember that going in a circle around your block don't mean you went over a curve. So let me share something else, because this is another good video that debunks the whole curvature thing. And I got some more. So let me be
It's not scripted, I swear.
Time too.
I seriously
check
don't.
This one out. This city should be hidden behind a curve, but as you can see, when you zoom in, it comes right back into view.
Nasdaq donated $5. Back again with another hardcore pawn video. Hardcore pawn brain over Brian.
Thank you, Nas. Just drop it in chat.
Another thing that a lot of people don't get is that on a flat earth, the sun and moon are not solid objects. They're light, they're luminaries. And the word light refers to weightlessness. So they don't have a weight. They're just light beings. And so pay attention to this picture in front of you, because I'm bouncing all over the place. But I want to show you that video there debunks curvature. And it's another one that I want to pull up while we at it. So let me make sure that I'm still screen sharing on both sides too. All right, because this is what we're gonna want to look at right here. Can you see this, young Pharaoh?
Yep.
All right, let me share it with my people over there on that end. Cool, hold up just a second, because I'm adjusting a bunch of knobs and shit. So to my people on that end, they can see it now. So this is the Hebrew cosmos that we're looking at. And when we talk about pilots flying even with the horizon, it's called an airplane. Okay, an airplane, it flies even with the plane. And that wouldn't be possible if the horizon was a curve. It wouldn't be a horizon, it'll be a curvizon. So this is called an attitude indicator, young Pharaoh. And if you look at it, it resembles the flat earth cosmos, because as above, so below. This is called balance or ball lanced. This is the ball that's lanced. This became the yin yang. So we're going to be debunking gravity here in a minute, but I just wanted to introduce flat earth to people who didn't hear it from a flat earther. I'm going to keep moving on with this. All right, so we're going to talk about the sun and moon if you want to. We can get into that at the end with the rebuttal, Pharaoh. But just remember, as above, so below. This attitude indicator resembles the Hebrew cosmos, because as above, so below. The ground you're walking on is an extended plane. That's why it's called an airplane. So as you move on, you see that the arms in the middle of the plane, the attitude indicator, is for left and right balance and a neutral point. So left and right would be polarities, and that neutral point would be the pole that gives birth to the polarities. So when you look at this plane, they're able to touch down or land the plane balance without crashing, based on simply balance, left and right, lance, ball lance. If you look at this and then you go to my aunt, you can see that she represents that balance on so many micro and macro levels. And just in one way, where I'm showing you here, with just simply landing a plane, they said we touch down when we land that plane, and those two arms became the symbol of referees. When you score today, they say you touch down. And you can look, this is the mother goddess all around the ancient world, which was the oldest deity in antiquity on earth, the oldest form of spirituality.
My dream would be to get this guy on stream with one e-girl. And I'll be like, can you just teach her?
Reality was the worship of the womb. This is the goddess with her hands raised. These referees ain't doing nothing new. They still in ancient cosmology. And the black and white deals with the polarity, the stripes, the strips, the rip. And this represents the female uterus as well, which became the bull. This represents the electromagnetic energy at the center of the earth, which is the divine womb, which all things are said to come from, sort of like a ripple effect. So I'm just giving you an intro to flat earth. If you look at this oldest deity in antiquity, the mother goddess, the divine womb, you can see this was cursed and became the devil's trident. This symbol was the a deity that was worshipped all in Africa, all around the world, the oldest on the earth. And if you look at the shape of her arms and her raising her arms, that is Ma'at. And you can see here that when you say Ma'at, this is why we got a tribe called the Mayan tribe, because if you look at their cosmology in front of you, you can see the mother goddess became the trident at the center of the Mayan cosmos, which is the cosmic boulevard that was cursed, just like Eve was in the Bible, because this cosmos we live in is even, it's balanced. And you can see the word Eve and the word level when you deal with sea level, not sea curve, bro, not sea curve. So here's the goddess with her arms raised. She represents the North Pole, but it became Santa Claus today. So I'm just giving y'all a run through the flat earth cosmology. Here you can see Nut and Geb right here, and you can compare that to the Hebrew cosmos. You can see everyone was on the same page, that we were in an enclosed system. This was called a cosmic egg, and don't no damn animal in nature live on the outside of its egg. As above, so below. The life is on the inside of the egg. Now, as we move on, here's Kemetic cosmology. This is not no damn solar system. This is Nut and Geb. This is an enclosed life system. And the guys you see on the outside represent those waters above that you see in the Hebrew cosmos. That's why they own boats. Those are the waters of your next mama. The ancestors believe in reincarnation. Their cosmology was tied to their afterlife. So those waters above were surfed by these guys on the boat that you see here. So the Hebrew cosmos line up with the Kemetic cosmos, enclosed system, not on the surface of it. They flipped us inside out. If you look at Shu in the middle, you can see two birds in between that represent the sun and moon, and he represent the atmosphere in between them. You can see the same thing here in the Hebrew cosmos, sun, moon, atmosphere in between them, separated by the pole, because that's the pole that balances the polarity. Sun and moon both come from womb. So that's the divine opening right there, the vault of heaven. Rainbows prove that we live in an enclosed system. Light reveals the shape of its container. Look at the pictures in front of you and you can see how that works. This is called science, goddammit. I don't mind being laughed at for knowing that I'm on a flat plane. I'm tired of being lied to by the powers that be, young Pharaoh. I don't mind being a minority. So check this out. You can only reduplicate a rainbow.
I don't mind being a minority.
As this image show, where would you get a reflective surface from on a globe? The atmosphere has reflective property. But how are you getting an arc shape? Because as above, so below. Light reveals the shape of its container. So when you look at pictures like this, you can see how light reveals the shape of its container. We live inside of an enclosed system. All of the ancients around the world had flat earth cosmology. You can see it in front of you now. It was Copernicus and Ptolemy that came with the doggone globe. People saying that it's a globe, but
I'll link it after.
Is it a path or is it an oblate spheroid?
It's just young Pharaoh flat earth a bit.
All around the earth, just like you see in this picture. Everyone has
someone linked
cosmology.
it.
So the globe,
2 days
you
ago.
can't find a globe in Kemet or a solar system. Nut and Geb ain't a solar system. You don't have to accept it, but it's flat earth truth. Let me make sure I'm not leaving nothing out because I want to take advantage of all these minutes. Now we need to talk about crepuscular rays for a minute too.
He's so funny, dude. You know, this guy's actually indirectly the funniest guy.
A lot of people understand that. So let's talk about it. Let me share this with my people real quick, Pharaoh. I have to keep switching this joint. Open up another screen, share. Give me 1 second. See this here? All right, cool, that'll do. So can you see this new slide with the rays up there, bro?
Yep.
All right, so your eyes are oblate spheroids. They flip the science inside out. Since your eyes are spherical, everything converges on the horizon, sort of like railroad tracks. Let's talk about it. Because one thing about it is we don't know how we see. And when we learn how we see, we'll see why ain't nothing going over a curve, it's just leaving your sight of view. So where does the sun go on a flat earth? Think of me and you standing at the beginning of a long hallway, young Pharaoh, and I got a lamp, and this long hallway is dark, right? If I take off walking from you, eventually I'm gonna leave you in darkness, bro. Straight up in pitch black darkness while I take my light. Don't mean I went over a curve.
How is this guy not the funniest guy I've ever heard in my life, dude? Yo, the way he insults the guy he's debating is so funny, dude.
I just left your field of view. Our eyes ain't like binoculars. That's why we make binoculars. So anything that leave your field of view, you can zoom in on it, just like I showed you in the previous videos. So that's why I told you a simple experiment. Where does the sun go on a flat earth? It vanishes on the horizon from the bottom up. Just like if I put a camera on the ground and I start walking in front of it for a long distance, eventually I start disappearing from the ankles. Don't mean I'm going over a curve, bro. If you walk around a block, don't mean you nosedived on the plane and all this went over curvature on 1,000 miles per hour spinning globe. You wouldn't even be able to land a plane. I just showed you the attitude indicator. Ain't no curve on it. It got to mimic the horizon. It's called horizon because it's horizontal. I got to keep pointing that out to you, bro. Now, these street lights get small as they move away from you, just like the sun. The sun is local. It's not 93 million miles away. And I'll be getting into that in some more as we move on. I don't want to use all my time dealing with that, but think of railroad tracks. Think of the picture in front of you. I don't know if you're able to see this, but think of that. And another thing about flat earth that we want to talk about is crepuscular rays. So let me bounce back to that. If you look at these two, let me make sure my people seeing this. If you look at these two images in front of you, one of them on the left is the flat earth model, on the right is the globe model. On a globe model, the sunlight's supposed to come into the earth evenly with parallel rays. But on a flat earth model, we would see triangulation. That would debunk a 93 million miles away sun. So let's do some research. Look at the picture in front of you. I go to the beach every year. Look at this sun. We see triangulation. You would not see triangulation on a globe. On a globe, you would see parallel, even parallel lines coming in, parallel rays, and I'll be showing you more of those in a minute. This is ancient Egyptian carvings right here. They're showing you crepuscular rays coming from the sun. They're showing you triangulation, and that would support the flat earth model to the left, not the globe model on the right. The all-seeing eye is telling you the secret that the sun is close. During the noontime, when it's right above your head, you can feel its warmth. You can feel the heat from it. It takes its heat with it as it moves away from you and leave you in the coldness of dark. Pictures like this prove that we're enclosed in a dome because light reveals the shape of its container. Pictures like this prove that the ancients knew the sun went no damn 93 million miles away, making triangulation. All you got to do is think about local lighting. Come on now, local lighting. Let's pull it up. Let me show it to you right quick. Local lighting will show you what I'm talking about.
He's spitting.
That'll prove that the sun is local as well. You see the triangulation from close light sources. If you move this lamp on the other side of the room, the wall will still be lit up from a light that's on, but you won't really know where the light coming from because everything is coming parallel. So on a globe Earth, that's what they teach you, just like you see in front of you now. If the further you move the sun away, the less you'll see the triangulation. Just like if I was raising this light up, people at the bottom of here walking around wouldn't notice the triangulation if we was on a globe and it was 93 million miles away. But in reality, we do see triangulation, just like what the ancients were showing you in this picture. This Kemet, they saw the same thing Brother Sanchez saw, young Pharaoh, my young brother. They saw triangulation. They said these Greeks came over here with this parallel talk, these Ptolemies with their globe and their Bible, their gun and a bullet, and you got to give them both back because the Bible is supported by the Gregorian calendar, and our ancients had 10 months. There's only 360 degrees in the circle, not 365. The ceiling above you is the great seal of Nut. The mother seals you in her womb with an arch just like Nut sealing Gale. When you're born out of your mother, you're born onto the womb of the earth, and you're still enclosed in the arch. That's what the rainbow show you. It's the arch of the covering, not the ark of the covenant. That's what the Greeks turned it into. And they put a rainbow above Noah's ark. But what they really showing you is flat earth cosmology. The ancients knew the sun was close. You got to be slow in geometry class if you look at these crepuscular rays and think the sun 93 million damn miles away. You know that the sun is a light being, it's not solid. It's not a big burning ball of fire. Ancestors is telling you what I'm telling you. Yo. And you know that the moon is a light being. Why? Because you can see the blue sky through the moon during the daytime and the black sky through the moon at nighttime. So right now what I'm doing is just answering questions about convergence. Because if you look at this right here, this would be a form of convergence. This would be a form, this is how our eyes see. But the earth is a plane.
This
like
execution's so funny.
Our eyes turn everything to a point based upon how everything vanished on the horizon and the point of convergence. So the sky don't literally touch the ground, but your eyes create a point of convergence. That's 20 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's 20. You want 5 or no?
Let me make sure that I get everything because I don't want to take too much of your time.
Nah, you straight. I didn't. You straight.
You know what? For the sake of the show, you know what? I'm gonna forfeit the 5.
Bro, the funniest part is when the other guy, the next guy is gonna talk. He says, "Now it's different if a turtle is running 12 miles per hour versus a human running 12 miles per hour." He says something like that, and it's just so funny the way this guy responds. You'll always be a mod, baby. Why are you questioning that? What the fuck? Why would you question that? Do you think that I don't care about you? What the fuck? You're sick in the head. What the fuck was that? No trust, chat.
I'm gonna let you have it back. I think that was pretty brief and powerful. You know,
if you want 5, take it. Because I'm telling you now, if I need 5, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna tell you.
If you need 5, take them. People can rewind this and look at what I said. That was pretty much me showing them flat Earth cosmology. For those.
Holy shit! You've been going to therapy? Oh my god! Oh. That's why you haven't been streaming, dude. Oh my god.
Teeth, please. No. Puto. JT, thank you
Is this sped up?
Have such a good night.
Oh, you have been streaming 6 hours ago. What the fuck? Never mind.
Don't post videos in here.
Please support her, guys.
Don't fucking.
Please support her, chat. What the fuck happened?
Like,
Speak, for fuck's sake. What is this?
did this man really just gift 80 subs?
Oh my god, who is that?
He really just gifted 80 subs.
Oh, who is that guy? Damn. Who is that? Come get your VIP, bro. Wow.
I'm just confused. Why did this?
What is this? What are you doing? Oh.
Okay, let's just bust out some good dandy squats. Guys, I actually need to get
Oh, this is a workout? Oh, shit.
semi-thick, okay?
Yeah, you haven't done anything yet. 1, 2, 3,
What?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The pulses are really good. Who the fuck is that?
Speed to the moon.
Speed!
Zoom.
What are you doing? Speed! What are you doing? My ass is burning. Speed, what are you doing?
Is this sped up? Why is it sped up? Like, because I was watching YouTube? This is so weird.
Speed.
Is this your new room?
Speed, what are you doing? Holy. Speed, 100? Seriously? Speed? I didn't know you were an oil prince.
It sounds like you're on speed, Jill. What the fuck?
He, like, all of a sudden, he's just like, I'm secretly a billionaire.
I'm secretly a billionaire.
We might have to just do a hot tub stream. Oh my
That's
gosh.
good. That's good. The more money she makes, guys, she's close. She's close to coming seeing us. She just needs $500 more, guys.
I'm so happy right now. You have no idea.
Okay, what happens? Whoa, what's this?
Australia's dope. Oh, hi, how?
Uh-huh. Ooh. What the fuck? Ouch. Yo, Jill, literally nobody gives a fuck about you. Like, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Out there who understand reality.
Oh, it's his turn.
Science, they don't know what they're looking at. Nut and Gab is not a solar system. We're enclosed in a dome, just like your body is enclosed with the seal swirl on your dome, your head. So the one who dominates the great seal is the great ceiling, meaning Nut. So when we talk about Nut and Gab, we talk about earth and sky. All right. And so what I'm showing here for I close this out. Did I stop screen sharing?
No, you straight.
Isn't that
Yeah, I'm finna close this out. But yeah, I don't really
so
need the 5. I'm gonna just take
weak,
out 2. This here shows crepuscular rays, just like I was showing in nature, just like you see here with the Sphinx. So not what we see, what they teach us with the globe. And I just showed you the difference. I go to the beach. Now here's sunspots right here. These sunspots on one particular part of the earth. You can't see them nowhere else. When I was in San Diego, where the sun was over that ocean, it was leaving bright sunspots, what you see on this picture. That proves a local sun. So how that proves a local sun is that you wouldn't have sunspots on a globe. You actually have a whole side of it lit up, giving you night and day like they teach. So on a flat earth, we can get more into it. You can follow my channel. I just wanted to open up with an introduction, show you that circumnavigation is possible on flat earth, but not a globe. Just to show you the different arguments that led us here. Stuff like this show you water never hold the shape of a ball, never been reduplicated. With that being said, I'm gonna pass the mic over to the brother. We're gonna continue to get deep into it. And yeah, black power to everybody out there, man. Black power to everybody out there, man. Much love to you all. Take over, bro.
All right, John, pulling my PowerPoint back up now because I accidentally closed it and I got it back. And so
let me mute my mic for you and everything. Let me stop screen sharing so I can see you. Give me 1 second because I got all this shit open. I forgot where the Google Hangouts at. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Okay, cool. Right. Let me stop this screen share so I can see yours.
Okay, we straight.
All right, cool. Now I can see you. You got it. I'm gonna mute my mic.
All right. Now everybody, y'all see my phone. I'm getting ready to hit the timer, but before I hit the timer, I just want to make a statement that the last Egyptian artifact depiction that he showed was a sundial. So, you know, Brother Sanchez made a statement saying that it was crepuscular rays. That's not a fact. It was a sundial. And the lines used on the sundial was used to measure the length and the curvature of a shadow And the reason that sundials were created were used to tell the time, because the only thing that can bend light is a curve. And so I know this because I actually have a sundial in my presentation that I'm going to be using to help prove the curvature if I can get to it. And so I just don't want nobody looking at an Egyptian sundial thinking that you're looking at crepuscular rays, because that's not what that was. Now, I'm going to hit my 20 minutes right now, and I'm going to jump in. So let me get my PowerPoint ready, and boom, there go my 20 minutes. And so with that being said, Brother Sanchez made a statement saying that, you know, he showed that ship, saying that, you know, the ship should have disappeared behind the horizon. The video and an image of the ship that he showed, the ship was not actually past the horizon. So I want people to understand that flat earthers make this claim, but they never actually show objects past the horizon, because you can't, because they disappear due to the curvature. And so he also made another statement where he showed a city, and he said the city should not be visible due to the Earth's curvature. It should disappear. Now, the city that he showed was actually Toronto skyline, and he showed it from the perspective or the location, you know, being what you call Niagara on the lake. And so if you study quadratic math, okay, quadratic math, all right, because what flat earthers are using to try to prove the flat earth theory is the Pythagorean theorem. And so we have to go into the you know, the imbalance here. Okay, so with that being said, flat earthers are using this calculation, being a Pythagorean theorem, incorrectly in an attempt to disprove the curve of the curve on a globe Earth. According to flat earthers, you should be able to see a curve around 30 miles out, and you shouldn't be able to see certain places, structures, or objects 100 miles out, because they will curve out of view. The 8 inches per mile square calculation does not measure the curvature of the line of sight. Okay, neither does it tell you how much of a place, structure, or object should be hidden by the horizon. It also, I mean, all it does is measure the drop from an imaginary horizontal line extended out from the position of the observer, aka the curvature of the Earth. Therefore, it is pointless for flat earthers to attempt to use the Pythagorean theorem to prove a flat Earth perspective, being that it deals with the curvature of the Earth, not the line of sight or visibility. In order to find out how much an object will be hidden behind the horizon due to the height of viewing and viewing distance, you would have to create a quadratic equation and then solve it using what is known as quadratic formula. And so as I go to my next slide, when Brother Sanchez showed that picture of Toronto on the lake, Toronto skyline from a viewing perspective, 30 miles away, being Niagara on the lake, he is speaking on from a Pythagorean theorem point of view, which is inapplicable to this science. Now, if you go to metabump.org, okay, you can calculate how much of a structure or an object or a person or a thing should be visible to you in calculation from its distance in miles and its viewing height. And so the average human is 6 feet. And so when someone says, oh, the Earth is curving, so you shouldn't be able to see, you know, a city or a structure from this far out, that's not true. Now, when you do the calculation on it, if you're looking at something, and this website right here calculates quadratic math for you if you don't know how to do it. And so if you're looking at something from 30 miles out and you're 6 feet, as you can see, I have highlighted, it says hidden from you should be approximately 486.13 feet of the object. And that is what we see here. Okay, so due to the Earth's curvature that we see here, let's say you're this man right here and you're looking at this boat, the totality of this boat from your line of sight being C and connecting to the boat, which is B, the entire boat is not gone, but you can still see the top half of the sail. And so when we're talking about should or should you not be able to see certain structures beyond the horizon, that all depends on, you know, your perspective and altitude. Now, he also brought up altitude on the airplane, and what we need to take note is this: the change in viewing angles is too small for you to perceive as a human. And so the average airplane cruises at an altitude of 39,000 feet. Now, this is important because at 100 feet, you know, the horizon angle is at 0.17 degrees. At 1,000 feet, it's at 0.56 degrees. At 10,000 feet, it's at 1.7 degrees. At 40,000 feet, it's at 3.5 degrees. Now, why is this important? Flat earthers who say tell you that you can always, you know, see the horizon, and why doesn't it change, you know, when you're in an airplane or when you're on the ground? Better, this is because the degrees in which it changes is so minute, it's unnoticeable to the eye. And so take note, if you're on the ground at 100 feet and it's 0.17 degrees, and then you're in an airplane and it's at 3.5 degrees, it's only roughly changed 3 degrees. And so unless some of y'all think y'all goddamn Superman, there's no way you're going to pick up that amount of change. Okay, that needs to be said. Now, with that being said, he also made another statement saying that the horizon is called the horizon because it's flat. Now, that's not true, because I actually wrote down a definition of horizon. The definition of horizon, right? The horizon, by definition, is where the Earth's surface and sky appear to meet. Has nothing to do with being flat. Definition number 2, the limit of a person's mental perception experience, okay? I mean, the limit of a person's mental perception and experience. And so with that being said, horizon does not mean a flat surface. And so when we're talking about the horizon is the limit of where your eyes can perceive phenomena. It does not have anything to do with flat. And so he made another point I'm going to be getting to, but I want to keep going down my list. And so with that being said, he said light is weightless. You know, that's not a fact. I don't understand where that came from at all. Light definitely has mass to it, and it definitely holds weight. Even your thoughts have scientifically been proven to hold weight. And we know that light physically affects you. You know, if you take a magnifying glass and you put it on the ground and you put it outside and you allow the sun rays to go through it, you can burn an ant. And so we understand that light not only has physical mass, it has enough mass where you can start a fire, because you can start a fire with a magnifying glass. Use it in magnifying light. And so I don't know where the light having weightlessness comes from. And so I just want to make that point clear. Now, this brother also said that all ancient civilizations knew that the Earth was flat. Now, that's a blanket statement that is very incorrect. I don't know where that, you know, I don't know why statements like this are being made, because I'm going to go to 2 civilizations. For one, I'm going to go to Egypt. Okay. I'm going to go to Egypt first. Okay. Now, boom, here's Egypt. Now you see this brother, he used Newt, okay? As you can see here in this picture at the bottom right, and he said that Newt represented the dome. But that's his own interpretation because Newt represents the galaxy. If you look at this picture right here above Newt, that's right above this Egyptian depiction, you see a picture of the Milky Way galaxy, which is actually curving over just like the body of Newt. And so why is this important? Flat earthers are looking at depictions on the wall and putting their own personal interpretations behind them without any science. And this is why science is important, because anybody can look at a picture and say what they want it to mean. Because if we're talking about observations, it will be easy for us to go outside, look at the universe curving, look at the Milky Way galaxy, curving, understanding that the ancestors seen that and depicted that on the wall. Now, also, when we want to talk about, because he also said all ancient civilizations. Okay, he said all. He didn't say just Egypt. And so I'm going to go to another ancient civilization that understood that the earth was not flat and the sun was not in here with us. If you look at the Sumerians right here, okay, you clearly see them depicting the sun with the earth outside the motherfucking, with the sun outside the earth's atmosphere. Here we go. Wait, let me go back to it. Damn it, I lost it. Here we go. Boom. You see, okay, Enki, Enlil, and Anu. And you see right here between Enki and Enlil, you see the sun with the planets outside of the sun. You don't see the sun inside the earth's atmosphere. Now let's zoom in. You see the sun and you see the earth right here. And so I don't know what the fuck kind of research is being done to where statements like that can just be made for somebody to just say all the ancient civilizations had that understanding, because that's not true. And so since we can understand that, okay, I want to make one more point on ancient Egypt before I go on to my next point, because we cannot allow, it just any and everything, to just be said. Now, when you look at Egypt, okay, you see the sun going into, okay, the mouth of Newt, which is the universe, and coming out of the womb, being born again. And so why is this important? You see the ancestors clearly put the goddamn stars inside of Newt, which is the universe. And you see that the stars are outside of where they exist. And you see that they made sure they also put the sun outside of where they exist, which is in the universe. And so I don't see how somebody can look at this and try to flip the ancestors' understanding to their own agenda when the ancestors clearly depicted the sun outside of the universe. The Sumerians clearly depicted the sun outside in the universe. And so how can somebody get on here and just make a blanket statement such as all of the ancients thought the goddamn earth was flat and the sun was in here with us? Because they clearly put it on the walls in opposition to that statement. Now, let me keep continuing on. Okay, here we go. All of the ancients around the world. Okay, boom. Shit, I didn't hit my points. Time to get it on. All right. And so what we want to do, family, okay, first what we want to do is we want to go to scientific standards. All right, let's go to scientific standards. Let me move this goddamn paper out of my way. Fuck that paper. Okay, let's go here, right? Scientific standards, right? Rules and standards. Models are created and tested against observations. If a model cannot explain all observations and experiments, you must either modify the model until it can scientifically verify observation, or it must be discarded. Now, I'm finna prove, okay, that the flat earth theory cannot sustain, satisfy, or prove all motherfucking observational points of us on earth. Now, let me put my motherfucking glasses on. Okay, let me put my motherfucking science glasses on, because it's finna get real. Now, first of all, when we're talking about the flat earth theory, okay, we have to go here. This is where we got to go first, okay? Because flat earthers like to say that the United Nations map is proof, okay, that they know the earth is flat. Now, first of all, when you look up the origins of the United Nations map, you see that it was created in 1945 from an azimuthal perspective. Okay, now what is an azimuthal perspective? An azimuthal perspective is when you're looking down at a spherical object from a top point of view. So an azimuthal perspective would be like having a basketball on the ground and looking down at it at the word Spalding. Okay, now if you were to draw that basketball and write Spalding on the paper, does it mean that the basketball is flat because the word Spalding is flat because that's how you drew it? No. Now here's the thing. As you can see from this azimuthal perspective, okay, you see on the left right here is the earth from a top point of view. Notice you don't see the South Pole anywhere on this picture. You only see the top halves of the hemispheres of the planets, of the continents, and you still see them curving. Now, if you look on the right, you see the United Nations map, a reflection of this. Now, on this azimuthal perspective of a globe on the left, and on this flag of the United Nations on the right, neither one of these do you see the South Pole. And so why is this important? Why on the flat earth map did somebody Photoshop the motherfucking South Pole on the map? Because what they did was they took a globe from an azimuthal perspective, aka a globe from a top point of view, and then they photoshopped the motherfucking South Pole on the map and told you it was flat and the South Pole was a barrier of ice. So how fucking dumb are you for falling for that? Now, when you look at the goddamn map of the flat earth, here's the map of the flat earth, and here's the map of the United Nations. Now, you see flat earthers trying to say that the United Nations are using the map of a flat earth, okay, and they know the earth is flat, but really, flat earthers took the motherfucking map of the United Nations, which is the top perspective of a globe, and they still in the shit and trying to blame the United Nations for something that the United Nations is not doing.
I feel so bad for him here because he's so wrong, but you just keep watching. Like, he's so wrong about the flat earthers taking the map from the UN. The flat earthers response is so funny. What's his name again?
So this is called intellectual dishonesty. In any real scientific community, you can be banned for this. And so my question to Brother Sanchez, and I would like for Brother Sanchez to write this question down because I would like for it to be answered. And family, I want y'all to understand I'm asking this question. I would like for y'all to be listening to see if it's answered. Where the fuck did that map of the flat earth originally come from? Because we can clearly see people photoshopping it, but what perspective of that map has it been photoshopped? I'll answer it for you. It's from an azimuthal perspective, which is the top of a globe. Now let's keep it kicking. Now, why else is this map full of shit? Because, okay, how much time I got left? 5 minutes. Okay, I can work in that. On a typical map, okay, this is from CNN. Okay, this is the flat earth map. Now, the map on it, now CNN recently did a disclosure because I want to break this down to y'all. Let me show myself real quick. Okay, let me put my smart man glasses on. Motherfucking in the 1600s, when they were colonizing Africa, they purposely created a map. Okay, the European colonizers created a map where Africa not only was the smallest continent on the map, but all other continents were bigger than Africa. Now, here's the true sizes of all continents. Okay, and this is coming from CNN. Okay, as you can see, the United States is small enough to fit inside Africa. As you can see, Russia is small enough to fit inside Africa. As you can see, China is small enough to fit inside Africa.
That's true.
As you can see, Antarctica is small enough to fit inside Africa.
Damn.
Like, I'm echoing. As you can see, Antarctica is small enough to fit inside Africa. And as you can see, every continent is small enough to fit inside Africa. Now, why is this important? If Antarctica is small enough to not only fit inside goddamn Africa, but you can see Antarctica is small enough to fit inside South America, how the fuck is the flat earth map accurate when all of the goddamn continents is the wrong fucking size? And so with that being said, not only is the fucking flat earth map Photoshop, all of the motherfucking continents is the wrong goddamn size. And so now why is it important? Why is anybody talking about, okay, how the flat earth map theory, I mean, how the flat earth theory and certain phenomena is happening inside of a flat earth when they have not still proven the validity of the model? And so with that being said, if you can't prove that the model is factual, why are we still talking about, or why have we begun talking about anything that happens inside the goddamn model? And so with that being said, the flat earth map is Photoshop. It's from the top perspective of a globe. All of the goddamn continents are geographically incorrect. So the map itself is inconclusive to scientific observation. And so as I just read in the beginning, if the motherfucking model is inconclusive to observation, it must go. And so before Sanchez coming here talking about ships disappearing and shit like that, he should be able to scientifically prove the model he's introducing, and he cannot. And so let me keep this shit moving because I swear to God, I'm about to go fucking crazy right now. And so we want to talk about crepuscular rays because he brought up crepuscular. Matter of fact, fuck that. I'm not done. I'm not done with this map. Fuck this map. I'm going in. I'm going in today. I'm going in today because we want to talk about where the flat earth map came from. Okay? We want to talk about where the flat earth map came from. Now, I just proved that it didn't come from the ancients. I just proved that. Now, a lot of niggas gonna say Christopher Columbus thought the earth was flat. No, the fuck he didn't, because he had a globe that was called an edifice. Here's a picture of it right here. And so Christopher Columbus's globe was shaped like a pear. And not only did Christopher Columbus have a non-flat globe that he used to circumnavigate with, they were also selling globes at that time. Okay, let's go to medieval Europe. Did medieval Europe think that the earth was flat? No. Here's a map of the solar system from medieval Europe times. Here you can see a spherical earth. The only difference is this is called a geocentric model, not a heliocentric model. Geo means earth, and centric means that the earth is the center of the solar system. Helio means sun, and heliocentric means that the sun is the center of the solar system. And so not only do we know that ancients didn't believe it was flat, we know that Christopher Columbus didn't think it was flat. We even know that medieval Europeans didn't think it was flat. We have to fucking ask ourselves, where does the flat earth theory come from? I'll tell you the answer. It comes out of the Bible. Now, when you look at the true origins of the flat earth theory, you'll see that it was created in 1892 by Orlando Ferguson, who was a motherfucking Christian, and he read the Genesis creation story and drew out a map to reflect that. And here's the map. And so with that being said, his ideology was picked up 60 years later, approximately in 1956, by someone named Samuel Chilton, who created the flat earth society.
If there was ever a time to spark a joint, I always say, it's dog shit, don't do it right now. Right now. Trust me, you're going to laugh.
Based on these claims. Okay, now here is the text that motherfucking Orlando Ferguson wrote himself on his own map, okay? On his own map. It says 400 passages in the Bible that condemns the globe theory or flying earth or none to sustain it. This map is the Bible map of the world, copyright by Orlando Ferguson. And so he copyrighted the flat earth map. And so the flat earth map that Sanchez is using is
I don't care if it's 7 a.m. You spark
the
up.
person who has the actual copyright on the flat earth map is telling you where he got it from, and he got it out the Bible. And so if you believe in the flat earth, you're a fucking Christian. So this even goes to show you the intellectual disproportion, because Sanchez is sitting here trying to use a Christian ideology with a non-Christian reference from a non-Christian civilization being the Egyptians. And so let me take you back to Ferguson's own fucking words, okay? Scripture that condemns the globe theory, footnote left by Ferguson himself, okay? And I'm letting it be known now, I want my 5 minutes. So in this ring, I'm gonna set my 5 minutes. Now, that being said, and his hands were steady until the long down sun. I'm not even reading these. These are Bible verses that prove the flat earth theory, right? Now, it also says, send 25 cents to the author, okay? Hold on, my 20 minutes is up. Let me show y'all me reset my 5 minutes. So y'all don't think I'm cheating. Let me show y'all reset my 5 minutes. This is me reset my 5 minutes. Here we go. And boom. Okay, I just set my 5 minutes. All right, so Orlando Ferguson wrote down his own self. He said, for a book explaining the square and stationary earth, it knocks the globe theory clean out. It will teach you how to foretell eclipses, which it has not done. Okay, and it's worth more than gold. Now here's Samuel Shelton. Now Samuel Shelton, if you look up his history, he created the Flat Earth Society. Now Shenton, as you can see here, it says Shenton soon constructed a cosmology based partly on his interpretation of Genesis that the Earth was a flat disk centered on the North Pole. So the flat Earth theory comes from a Christian ideology. There is no way around that. There's no way I'm letting niggas get around it.
Nope. Flat Earth theory does not come from Flat Earth Society. If Flat Earth Society didn't exist, it's still around everywhere. Like, there's so much.
It's been copyrighted. You can't fight a nigga copyright. And so I just proved that it didn't come from ancients, it didn't come from Christopher Columbus, it didn't come from medieval Europe, and it didn't even come from niggas that's preaching today because they shit is Photoshop. And so we're sitting here arguing a fucking Photoshop map, okay? Matter of fact, the motherfucking flat Earth map is actually the top perspective of a globe. So they're using a globe to try to teach you that you live on a flat surface. Now he brought up crepuscular rays. Okay, let's go to crepuscular rays. Crepuscular rays do not prove that the sun is within the atmosphere of the Earth. The sun is so far away that its rays are almost completely parallel when they reach the Earth. The sun rays peek through the clouds and reflect off the vapor and dust particles in the atmosphere, appearing to diverge since they are being viewed from an angle. Here's a picture. Here's a satellite photo. And if you don't think this photo is real, don't worry, because on my next turn when I got time, I'll show you real satellite imagery. Here's a satellite of the sun rays, okay, coming into the Earth's atmosphere.
What, chat? Did you want me to slow it down one notch? I thought we're all understanding.
See the word atmosphere, okay? Atmos in Greek means vapor, and sphera means ball. So the word atmosphere literally means vapors inside of a sphere. Now you see these crepuscular rays at the bottom starting to diverge. That is because the light is being bent and reflected.
How many no's, how many yeses, Paul?
In the atmosphere. Now, if you don't understand how this can occur, all you have to do is look down at a fish while it's in a fucking tank or a lake. Have you ever tried to grab a fish out of the water with your hands? Guess what happens? It always appears to be closer than it really is. And not only that, the light is actually being bent off the water molecules that makes the fish looks like it's at an angle. So the observance of crepuscular rays is nothing more than the same way you observe a fish and try to catch it underwater. And so crepuscular rays do not prove a flat Earth. Now also, these train tracks are straight. They're 180 degrees. But if you watch them go off in the distance, they look like they're 45 degrees. Same thing with this football field. And if you look at these crepuscular rays at the bottom, it's the same scenario with them. And so the fact that light is being bent off molecules are nothing more than a phenomena that happens due to the way that the retina of your eyes intake light. Why? Because one eye only can see 90 degrees and the other eye can only see 90 degrees. How? Because light refracts out of your eye, not reflects. Refracts means comes in at an angle and goes out at an angle. Light comes in at 45 degrees and goes out at 45 degrees. And that's 90 in one eye, 90 in the other eye, giving you a 180 degree line of sight, giving you what is called peripheral vision, being that you can't see anything past 180 degrees. It does not mean that if there's no curvature. For example, you can't see your feet if you're looking straight. That's why, and that don't mean you don't got no goddamn feet. You have a nervous system that's called the peripheral nervous system. Guess what's a part of your peripheral nervous system? Your arms and your legs. You know why? Because when you look straight, you can't see them, but you can still operate them. And so let's go, and let me make my last point before I run out in a minute. When I was on Zherka's channel, he showed this picture, and he said that the sun is so bright. I mean, he said, how is it clouds behind the sun if it's outer space? But this is because anything that has a high vibration, it will always appear to be in front of the object that has a lower vibration. Now, let me give you an example. Here's a light bulb in front of film, okay? And I'm gonna play this video. As you can see, the light bulb is behind the film, but when you turn it on, it looks like it's in front of the film. When you zoom in, it still looks like it's in front of the film. Now, when you fuck with the focus, okay, this antenna that's clearly behind the light begins to appear. Hold on, it begins to appear that it's in front of the light. And so this is the point I'm trying to make, family, because I'm going to respect my 25 minutes. I have 7 seconds left. The flat Earth theory is not coming with no science. It's coming with theories, memes off motherfucking Facebook. Okay, my time is up. It's coming with theories, memes off. Hold on, my time is up. Hold on, let me close my argument because you closed yours. It's coming with theories. It's coming with theories, memes off of Facebook, okay, and people's personal interpretations. And this is why science is critical, because if you introduce a hypothesis, you must show and prove an experiment that proves that. And so the question that I don't know what he's going to present next, but I presented a hell of a motherfucking rebuttal to the flat Earth model, and I'm going to continue to do so my next go round. But I ask, okay, that somewhere in all of this, a valid flat Earth model, a valid geographical size disposition of the continents, and a valid description be proven, because things have already been said that are not true, such as all ancients believed in the flat Earth model. And so blanket statements have to stop being made, and the actual theory has to actually be scientifically proven. And with that being said, I'm turning it over to you, and let me know when you're ready for your 20 minutes, so I can hit 20 and we can go.
I'm ready.
All right, hold on one sec, because I want to hit it. Hold on one sec. Ready, set, go.
So I know you're looking at my screen. Let me get on with it. If you look at the picture in front of you, this is a globe from a top view, bro.
Okay.
Keep that in mind. Because what you're talking about with this UN map and the flat Earth map is straight up baloney. Let me show you why. And I'm going to answer every question you ask. Wait a minute. And we'll get round to them all. Now, this is a globe for a top view, from a top view. Check this out.
Okay.
All right. We're going to show you where you're going wrong at. Now, here's Antarctica. You said that we don't see a South Pole on this AE map, not on this AE map. Whatever AE map that was you showed without the South Pole.
It's a zoom-in perspective.
Yeah. Listen, what it is an azimuthal equidistant map, not an azimuthal. It's azimuthal equidistant map. It's an AE map. And there are many AE maps, young Pharaoh, thousands of them. It has nothing to do with one particular one. That's where you went wrong. The one you showed is not the only one, and it's not the oldest. That was your mistake. So here's the reason why you didn't see a South Pole on an AE map, because flat earthers don't teach about a South Pole. Flat earthers only teach about one pole. That's why when you look at this flat earth cosmology, you see one pole on it. Compasses don't point magnetic south, bro. On a damn globe, a compass won't work right in the southern hemisphere if they only point north. It'll be pointing to the damn watch. The damn arm I have to bend in. A compass was made for the flat earth, man. and it shapes like flat Earth cosmology all around the world. A compass is the Mayan wheel. So it makes sense on a flat Earth with a magnetic center at the North Pole. Compass is always point north, always. So which way is north on the bottom of a ball? So when you look at cosmology like this in front of you, my brother, this is older than the damn United Nations itself.
Damn.
This is the ancient Norse tree of life, which derived from Kemet and from Kush. And we're going to get into all that in a minute. So here's the UN map. You can see the two reefs on both sides with the flat Earth map in the middle. And you can see the two reefs right here on the North Tree of Life, which predate the UN. So Pharaoh don't know what the hell he's talking about. See, Pharaoh, your mistake was, man, you being a young Pharaoh going up against an old king. But I'm going to take it light on you, my brother. I'm going to take it light on you. So let me give you some knowledge. You didn't know no better. You know not what you do. So the azimuth equidistant projection is an azimuth map projection. It has the useful properties that all the points on the map are not proportional, correct distances from the center point, because there are so many that many people rough draft these things. In the ancient world, they actually made maps by foot. But the point of all of this, you want to point out is that if you look at the UN came into existence in 1946. All right, the AE map been around since the 11th century. I'm highlighting it for you right now. So you are wrong once again. I don't know if you really researched this shit, bro, but I'm gonna take it easy on you. I know you got to compensate for the lack of content with a lot of conflict and getting hyped. Somebody gassed you, but we're gonna get you right now. As you can see right now, this is 11th century that the flat Earth map came into being. And here's 1946 when the United Nations adopted it. He liked to Google shit. Why the fuck didn't he Google that? That's what I want to know. Why didn't he know that the Norse cosmology was...
I swear I always thought I was the funniest debater on the internet. There's people leagues above me. This guy is so fucking funny, man. This guy is actually so funny.
Older than the UN flag, and they got the reefs on their shit too. So where they copied it from? I just showed you all around the world people had.
Why did you Google that?
Now let me show you something.
You like to Google
this
shit?
Is a question I got for young Pharaoh. Can you show me a real picture of Antarctica that's not a fucking cartoon like the one in front of me? You can show me real pictures of other continents, can't you? But I bet you can't find me a real picture of Antarctica because they faking that shit. It's really an ice wall. And I can show you real pictures of an ice wall, but you can't show me real pictures of Antarctica. You can't. You can show me ice walls, but not Antarctica. That's all you're gonna get.
Damn.
Now, why can't I pull up a real picture of the continent of Antarctica from space, but yet they showing me pictures of all these other continents so-called from space? But you can't find a real one of Antarctica from so-called space. Pharaoh, that's your homework assignment. Let me move on. You talk about flat Earth is biblical, right? Let me play your video real quick because I think you forgot something. So, you know we ain't on a globe with two poles based on compasses, never pointing magnetic south. And one thing you need to realize is that they removed the ice ring from off of these maps before I move forward to hide land. And I can show you maps right now that's older than that one. Let me show you real quick.
Homie came prepared, man.
Because I don't think you saw this one. Hold up.
Dude, I love his aggression, dude. It just...
So if you understand why all of the nations of the world can't get along, but yet they all got the UN treaty. Yeah, they balled up the map and turned it into a globe, bro. So when you look in the top down from a globe, guess what? That's not the AE map, bro. And you saying that we took off the damn Antarctica and all that, bro, that's hella slow. There are no damn Antarctica as a continent with flat Earth cosmology. You didn't research before your debate, and that's what's going to cost you right there. That's what's going to cost you because
this
there
is so
no
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Antarctica as a continent on flat Earth cosmology.
Dude, isn't this Kaiba and Yugi? Like, this is so Yu-Gi-Oh! That's going to cost you. You know, you activated my...
If you look at this Norse Tree of Life, which is an ancient depiction, predate the UN itself, it got an ice mountain range surrounding the Earth. I can show you a 200-foot ice wall right now in Antarctica. But you can't show me Antarctica as a continent. We showing and proving. I can show you my ice wall that's around the flat Earth, but you can't show me Antarctica as a continent because they hide in land. They changed the maps. Maps will get you killed back in the day. They was very important. They led the treasure and all of that. So you got to remember that too. Now let me move on to some of your other hypocrisies because you tried to say flat Earth come from the Bible when I showed you all of these different parallels all around the Earth of flat Earth from all cultures. You just ignored it. Then you say our shit is Photoshop when that's the reason I'm a flat earther, brother, because the globe is Photoshop.
Dude, I need him to debate Destiny too because I'm retired. I won all my debates. I'm undefeated, but it's not. He needs the mantle.
You know that? They even admitted that it's Photoshop. Look at all the different pictures of Earth in front of your face, man. Which one is it? They all look damn different. You talking about the continents ain't the right size and all that. Let me show you something real quick. I got to change my screen because I'm going to stay calm, keep it respectful, and give my young brother some respect, man. Because I'm going to take it easy on you, bro.
He's going to lower his power level.
Truth going to speak for itself. So let me get this ready for you.
Truth going to speak for itself.
For everybody on my side, just hold up a minute. There we go. Cool. I think, yeah, you talked about that. You found a solar system and a globe in Sumeria, and you said you found one in Europe with Columbus, but you didn't do what I told you to do, which was find one in Kemet, young Pharaoh. Ain't you a Kemetic head? Why you going to Sumer and everywhere else? Why you can't find one in Kemet? You know why? Because this all you're going to find in Kemet. You're going to find a sky goddess nut arched over covering Gab, just like your mama covered you and her goddamn pregnant belly. What part of that don't you understand? That's nature. That's science, not a bunch of equations and dumbass talk. That's theology. The root word of theology is theo. Why you think gravity is a fucking theory? In my next presentation, I'm going to debunk gravity, and that's going to debunk the globe. So I ain't even got round to that yet.
So, he's spitting, dude. What the fuck, man? He's actually fucking raising power level.
Let me answer some more claims. Because you said that that on your matter of fact, yeah, that's Nut and Gab. Let me go over this for you before I go to that. Here go all the collages again that debunks what you said, that the ancients didn't believe in a flat earth. Here go Nut and Gab on the walls of Kemet. This is beautiful art that you ignoring. If you could find a damn solar system in Kemet, you would have put it up there. You wouldn't have went to no fucking Columbus and no white museum, Black Power guy. You see what I'm saying? You went all over Kemet, Mr. Pharaoh.
Damn.
You don't want to pull up this Nut and Gab because you know it ain't a damn solar system. That's the Arch of the Covenant, meaning the arch and Nut back. The Christians came over to Africa with their globe and Bibles and they turned that to the Ark of the Covenant. Our ancestors didn't believe in no damn globe. When you pull up that shit now, guess what you get? Let me show you something, Pharaoh, young man. You can't find me a goddamn Christian church and a Bible that don't have the globe with it. They both go together, bro. You got to give them back all of this shit. It's the last chain of slavery. It's giving them back that damn blue marble. It's not real. It goes with the Bible. So when you talk about flat earth, is something wrong with it because it originates with the Bible and all that? You wrong. I'm gonna show you why again. Some more here. Hold up. People on my side wasn't even seeing the screen, but that's good. People on your side was seeing it, so they can just bounce over on another. Maybe after this one they can bounce.
No. That's dude. This guy. That's the worst way to run the stream. You don't want people to bounce over. You want them to see your pictures. You need visuals for your stream. You can't be doing this, dude. Not right now.
Over whatever if they want to see that part, but they didn't really miss none. The people on my side already know this stuff. But yeah, I forgot to screen share that. Let's go to this because you talked about the sun.
He said the people in my chat already know this shit. Holy
the damn vibrations is why we see the clouds in front of behind the sun. And that was the most ridiculous shit ever, dude. I know you just saw Black Panther, but you got to get off this vibranium shit, bro. That's not science. That's Marvel. Okay, that vibration ain't got shit to do with me saying these clouds in front of the sun and behind it. That means it's just the way that my ancient African ancestors say it. And I'm getting mocked just like them today. And if you tell me that that's all about vibration, then what about this? Here go pilots right here flying above the sun. You can look at that yourself. What you gonna say about that? Oh, well, Sanchez, they vibrating higher in the clouds.
Your screen, reshare your screen and went up.
All right.
Hold on, I'm gonna pause your time. It's pause. It's pause that.
Cool. Here we go. Can you see this?
Yeah,
everybody.
You straight. I'll start you back right now.
So here go pilots flying above the sun. They must be vibrating high too then. That's why we just seeing them as an illusion flying above the sun. I guess that's everything just an illusion and vibration. Yeah, that's science. You talk to me about Photoshop, but this dude worked for NASA. He told you the globe is Photoshop. You talking about the size of continents. How big is America? Let me ask you a question. Do continents grow, bro? You probably say, yeah. You know what? Vibration make them motherfuckers grow. Check this out, dude. How big is America? You want to talk Photoshop and continents and the size of them? America take up the whole size of the damn globe on this picture. Explain that for them. Explain that since we want to talk proportions. And you talking about in one of your slides, you said flat earth is Bible ideology. Then when you tried to prove the globe, let me show you what you did. Round two. Let me show you what you did. Hold on. Let me go back to this because I gotta hop amongst all these screens and shit, man. I got a lot of shit open, but we gonna get you. It's a video you did on VOD that I'm gonna talk about at this time. So let me change so my people can see this on their end. Can you see it?
Yeah, everybody can see that.
All right, cool. This is your video. Here it is. Now at about an hour and 26 mark, I'm gonna repeat this so everybody can hear that I ain't making this up. Because you shitted on the Bible a minute ago. You said flat earth come from the Bible and all that shit. And I don't know if you just speak to win debates, because I don't care about winning or losing a debate. We all losing. I got the powers that be on trial, and you in court defending them motherfuckers instead of letting them defend themselves. So right here, I'm gonna show you why you got caught in the crossfire, young Pharaoh, step into an old king. Check this out. This is what you said.
What would you do without your phone? Get your phone.
Y'all be killing me with these ads.
Yo.
Look, I don't even got to say it no more because I'm wasting my time. Y'all can go pull up this damn shit yourself. Look at it for yourself and go to hour 26 and see that Pharaoh used the Bible to prove earth is a spirit. You can see it right here. Now, how can you say flat earth come from the Bible and shit on it then turn around and prove the globe with the Bible. Furthermore, you coming here showing up defending a perfect globe when your scientists teach that it's an oblique spheroid. Why the hell do you got a globe on your channel? Why am I looking up there at a perfect damn globe? You need to catch up your science, son. You behind like a motherfucker. All of your scientists no longer goddamn accept a perfect sphere, but yet you still showing that ancient shit. I should give you the damn award, man. Listen, the thing is this: either it's a parallel or an oblique spheroid. One of the three, because y'all don't got an inconsistent model, bro. And the thing about this, you said that there was no gravity in water. You said that on this presentation, bro. You said it was that was on the one we did on my channel. One of them, I can cut it out and show it to you. You said there was no gravity in water on a spherical model, proving you don't know your own damn model.
You told me saying that instead of just saying
hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. Guess what? At the end of this thing, whenever we go after the debate or whatever, I'll put it up there. But I got my timestamps up here, and people can go and pull this up for themselves. People gonna email it to me as I'm speaking. Matter of fact, my people are gonna cut it up and email it to me where you said there was no gravity in water, and that can't be true. According to your model, because we're taught that gravity is what hold the water down. How can it not be no gravity in water if that's what's holding the shit to the ball? That don't make no goddamn sense. So then you said that there's no gravity in water. So why do shipwrecks sink? Because the ship fills up with its surrounding medium, which is water, and then it drops due to density. So if density explains what happened in water, why don't you think it would explain what happened in the natural atmosphere? There can't be no gravity, and I'm gonna be debunking that on my final presentation. I'll be explaining density versus gravity, so y'all will see what I'm talking about. They say that everything is being pulled toward the earth. So if you drop an apple like Newton dumbass did, he said the earth pulling on it. But what about the other ones up in the tree, dumbass? Gravity must be selective than a motherfucker. I'm gonna pull this one, but not that one. What about when you release a helium balloon? It go up, not down. If everything was pulling us toward the center of the earth and the gravity is so strong, it's holding all of this water in the ocean to the ball, bubbles shouldn't rise up, bubbles should go down. So you need to really think about the shit that you're being taught. Realize why that shit's a theory and not a fact, because theology is dealing with God. You believe in gravity. It only exists in your mind. So when we talk about gravity, here's something that's gonna fuck you up, young Pharaoh. Shouldn't have showed up here unprepared against an old king, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you why, Mr. Comedic guy. There's no nectar for gravity. Gravity was created by Isaac Newton. Our ancestors didn't have a nectar for gravity. You should know about Kemet, wise guy. Show me the nectar for gravity. What is the gravity aspect of God constantly applying force on some things and not others? There is no comedic meta for gravity. All right, gravity should be like the fifth or sixth aspect that came in the presentation. Hold on, brother. Guess what? At the end of this thing, whenever we go after the debate or whatever, I'll put it up there. But I got my timestamps up here, and people can go and pull this up for themselves. People gonna email it to me as I'm speaking. Matter of fact, my people are gonna cut it up and email it to me where you said there was no gravity in water, and that can't be true according to your model, because we're taught that gravity is what hold the water down. How can it not be no gravity in water if that's what's holding the shit to the ball? That don't make no goddamn sense. So then you said that there's no gravity in water. So why do shipwrecks sink? Because the ship fills up with its surrounding medium, which is water, and then it drops due to density. So if density explains what happened in water, why don't you think it would explain what happened in the natural atmosphere? There can't be no gravity, and I'm gonna be debunking that on my final presentation. I'll be explaining density versus gravity, so y'all will see what I'm talking about. They say that everything is being pulled toward the earth. So if you drop an apple like Newton dumbass did, he said the earth pulling on it. But what about the other ones up in the tree, dumbass? Gravity must be selective than a motherfucker. I'm gonna pull this one, but not that one. What about when you release a helium balloon? It go up, not down. If everything was pulling us toward the center of the earth and the gravity is so strong, it's holding all of this water in the ocean to the ball, bubbles shouldn't rise up, bubbles should go down. So you need to really think about the shit that you're being taught. Realize why that shit's a theory and not a fact, because theology is dealing with God. You believe in gravity. It only exists in your mind. So when we talk about gravity, here's something that's gonna fuck you up, young Pharaoh. Shouldn't have showed up here unprepared against an old king, bro. I'm gonna tell you why, Mr. Comedic guy. There's no nectar for gravity. Gravity was created by Isaac Newton. Our ancestors didn't have a nectar for gravity. You should know about Kemet, wise guy. Show me the nectar for gravity. What is the gravity aspect of God constantly applying force on some things and not others? There is no comedic meta for gravity. All right, gravity should be like the fifth or sixth aspect that came into creation right after the Big Bang, because the Big Bang set the heliocentric universe in motion. See, when it set it in motion, it created gravity, which is a gravity or a grave, because the heliocentric universe is a free fall. It's a bottomless pit. Everything is falling, clashing into shit. They telling you that the damn creator is dumb, and you believe in it, man. They tell you go in Walmart, you don't worry about the building falling on you, but you walk
John
outside
Zherka, yo, John, here's the link to the video I donated. Mods can double check it if they want.
Yeah, and just in a sec, thank you.
They laughing at your asses. The space program is the most lucrative one they got, and they doing that shit with green screen, and you here defending them like a fool. Now let me show you some, young man.
Like a fool.
You said that. Let's talk about this comedic nectar for gravity, because that's a nail in the coffin. I want to dig the knife in a little deeper. Now, because the Big Bang set the heliocentric universe in motion and created gravity, And that's the whole meat to the heliocentric cosmos. Surely the comets would have a matter for gravity.
Time ringing. Do you want your 5 minutes?
Brother, that can't be my time. I'm timing over here too.
Yes, that could be your time. That was 20 minutes.
Man, let me keep going. I ain't gonna worry about it. All right, check this out.
Hold on, let me get your time so it could be.
Go ahead.
I clicked it in the camera, so can't nobody say I ain't do 20 minutes. I'm gonna hit this one in the camera the same way. All right, ready? 5 minutes. Ready, set, go.
So check this out, right? Our Kemetic ancestors built pyramids and lined them up with the stars. You feel me? And those alignments still taking place today. Young Pharaoh never heard of nothing called parallax. We shouldn't be seeing the same constellations today that the ancestors saw if we was in the heliocentric universe. We should be seeing new alignments, new constellations. Those same monuments lining up to the same stars. Our ancestors were smart enough to do all that, but you don't think they were smart enough to know about gravity until Isaac Newton? Got to be a fool. Give your ancestors more credit than that. The oldest place you look for a globe, you can't find it. You can't find a globe in Kemet, and you still haven't produced one, Mr. Pharaoh. And you can't try to bend Nut and Geb into a globe, because I can go to Kush and show you that they was flat earthers too with their cosmology. And guess what? Kemet come from Kush. So you cut the tree at the roots. Now, it's a lot you got to think about, brother, because you showed up today, you weren't prepared, you didn't research flat earth, and that's going to cost you. You didn't know about the flat earth map, that it was older than the UN map. You talked about the Bible, but you used the Bible to try to prove a globe. You said that only thing that can bend light is a curve, but the rainbows prove that you're totally correct, and the curve is above your head, not under your feet. So you proved my point on that. You said that I'm just looking at symbols and making them what I want to be, when you looked at the same pictures of the ancestors I looked at, and guess what you said? It's a damn sundial. Why would the Sphinx have a floating sundial in the sky? Everybody know that Aten is sun reverence in Kemet. You should know that, young man. It's not a fucking floating sundial in the sky. And it's not just in Kemet, it's all over the earth where people understood crepuscular rays. That's science, not theories. So you talk about ships disappear due to curvature, but you turn around and say that we too fucking the earth too big for us to notice the curvature. Which one is it? You said the damn ships went over the curve, but then turn around and say you can't notice the damn curve, fool. Just a big damn contradiction. So you said the degrees at which it changed is so minute that you can't see the damn curve, but yet still said the ship went over it. That's crazy. Then you went on Google to prove that a horizon is horizontal. If it curves, it'll be a curvizing, dude. You don't need Google to prove that the damn horizon is horizontal. That's foolishness. So you talked about light gotta weight. I want to know what kind of scale I need to pick up some light and weigh that shit. Other than you just telling me I got to vibrate at a certain damn frequency or some more alien shit. I ain't dealing with all that. I'm dealing with science. So when you find me a damn solar system or a globe in Kemet, young man, you can talk, but I ain't asking you about Samaria or Columbus. I told you that the Europeans brought the globe. You proved my point with that, pulling up Columbus like a fool. Get your head out of your ass and quit trying to win debates and see that we all losing, the children losing. NASA takes $60+ million a day while you up here trying to win a damn debate. We all losing. You talked about me using symbols in my pictures and telling you that, you know, they anything. You said I'm making up shit. You put up a picture of the Milky Way with Nut and said that she represent the damn galaxy, and you're right, but not the Milky Way that NASA give you. The Milky Way is dealing with the Madonna child, a breast of your mama. Our ancestors didn't have a sun-centered cosmos. They didn't have a moon-centered cosmos. They had a womb-centered cosmos. That's why Nut and Geb is the pregnancy of the child separated with the waters from the waters, because the waters break during childbirth and break the covenant. And that ship leaves dock that became Noah's Ark. You should know that the new Ark is in Kemet. How long you been doing this shit, young man? God damn it. Don't you know Phil Valentine is a flat earther? Dr. Delbert Blair is too. This ain't no new shit, homeboy. It's professors and everything flat earthers. Ain't nobody walking upside down on a globe. It don't rain upside down. So if you talk about flat earth cosmology ain't ancient, then Masons is one of the oldest secret societies on earth, and they got flat earth cosmology just like all the ancients. You can see they the ones turned it into a globe, and I'm gonna give you another suggestion.
Your 5 minutes up.
Let me do my closing like you did your closing in, and I'm out.
Go ahead.
I'll leave but 1 minute. You use CNN for your proof, dude. You went to CNN for the size of continents when I just went to who they go to, which is NASA, and showed you that America was fucking half the size of the globe, inconsistent. You still ain't talking about that. So if CNN, your proof, that ain't science. Your subscribers can go to CNN for their damn self. That's not science. And you said you had your smart man glasses on. I don't think the motherfucker's smart enough. So I'm gonna pass you the mic back on at this time, dude, because you brought up Orlando Ferg in the Bible.
Yeah, how can someone be this funny without trying, man? He's barely trying, and he's funnier than any streamer I've ever heard in my life. Like, you fool.
That's the flat earth shit, but I don't care what he said or what he proclaimed. Talking about this is the Christian thing. Christians always claiming shit. That don't make it not true. Our ancestors weren't globalists. Now, peace to you, young brother. Have the flow.
All right. Now, you know, I'm getting ready to start my 20 minutes. I'm going to my next slide. But I just want to say that, you know, out of all of the, you know, the joking and the Black Panther references and the name calling, you know, no points are being proven. And so now I'm going to hit my 20 minutes and I'm going to go ham. Now my 20 minutes, matter of fact, let me start my 20 minutes in front of the camera because I don't want to hear no shit. Y'all see this? Here we go. Here we go. 20 minutes. Ready, set, start. Now with that being said, you know, referencing vibranium from Black Panther has nothing to fucking do with this argument. Second of all, I did show you a solar system in Kemet. I showed you the sun going inside of Newt's mouth and coming out of her womb. Now, the reason I referenced Samaria, Columbus, and medieval Europe is to show you that not only did Kemet itself not believe in a flat earth, nobody the fuck else on the planet Earth did either. And I showed you copyrights on the flat earth map. Now, here's what your problem is. You keep showing Photoshop ancient maps with no geographical landmass on them, being continents, and you're using them to try and prove a Photoshop flat earth map with motherfucking continents on them. How can you say y'all don't talk about the South Pole? Where the fuck do you think Antarctica is at? How would you say Antarctica is a wall that surrounds the earth, but you don't talk about the South Pole? So fucking Antarctica is in the South Pole. So that is an oxymoron. Second, you said that, and you can rewind it. You said, Pharaoh, you finding globes and heliocentric models in Sumer, but not Kemet. So if you just admitted that I found one in Sumer, but I still haven't produced one in Kemet, why earlier in this debate did you say all ancient civilizations believed in the flat earth theory? That just goes to show that you say any motherfucking thing that sound in accordance with your agenda at that time. And so with that being said, let me cross that point out. Now, you also said, okay, that I used the Bible to prove a spherical earth. I used the Bible, Genesis creation story, to show you sacred geometry. And when you try to say I said gravity doesn't have, underwater there's no gravity, what I said was the Bible's creation story was about sacred geometry. That's why there's 7 days, because there's 7 circles in the seed of life, which goes on to become the flower of life, which goes on to become the fruit of life, which goes on to become Metatron's cube, which is a sphere, and all shapes come out of a sphere, which is Metatron's cube. And I said, if you go underwater and you blow a bubble, air is not affected, okay, by gravity. And so if you blow bubbles underwater, they form a sphere, which means the natural shape of any object is a sphere. You can go right now in the bathtub and blow some motherfucking bubbles. And so if you look at this picture of Jupiter, which he's going to try to say, okay, it's Photoshop, but this is taken on somebody's telescope. I have a telescope downstairs in my house where I personally looked at the moon. You can see that this is Jupiter with its 4 moons outside it. So now why is this important? You can do this yourself at home with a telescope. So now here's the question. If Jupiter formed in the same goddamn solar system as us, how the fuck did its moons get outside it, but our moon isn't here with us? How the fuck is Jupiter clearly a sphere, as you just seen, but we're flat? Now, you also showed a one-sided picture of a man on a plane with the sun below him. Now, here's a picture of someone on a plane and the sun is above them. Now, guess who took this picture? Me, motherfucker. I took it when I went to California. The last time I just went to goddamn California. And so don't say nothing about no NASA, no Photoshop, no none of that. I took this goddamn picture from my window seat. Now, do you know why the sun is above me? Because the sun is in the sky at a time, okay, where it has yet to set. Now, you showed that picture of that man on that plane with the sun above him, but you didn't tell people that during the time of his flight, it was when the sun was rising, not beginning to set from above already. And so you putting shit out there, and you're not really paving the whole entirety of the foundation. Now, with that being said, you are using Photoshop ancient maps to prove a Photoshop modern map. And if you say that the motherfucking, because I'm going to the slide now, if you say that the goddamn globe is Photoshopped, you forgetting one thing. Nigga, you haven't produced a real picture either. So if that's the case, we're both using fucking Photoshop. So what's your point? Now here we go, right? I'm going to prove to you that you cherry picking. Because you said out your mouth that NASA admits that they Photoshop motherfucking pictures of the globe. Now here's where I body you, okay? Again, you said that NASA Photoshops the globe. Now flat earthers, such as Sanchez, purposely distorted NASA's comments in regards to how they edit satellite and other images taken of the planet, which I'm going to show on my next slide. Now NASA said that they use composite photograph, which includes CGI. Now, what is composite photography? What is a composite photograph? A photograph made by overlapping or juxtaposing 2 or more separate images. Now, ask me, how do I know about composite photography? Because I just so happened to have did a semester in college at the Art Institute of Pittsburgh, and nigga, that is all the fuck you do. It's photography, imaging, imagery, and drawing. And so I know all about this personally. I'm not speaking on my ass. Now, here's a picture that you showed, and you said that NASA said that it's Photoshop, and you used his statement. Now, what you didn't do is show the rest of his statement right here, where clearly you can see he says, okay, much of the information contained in this image came from a single remote sensing device, NASA's moderate resolution imaging, okay, spectrometer, okay, flying over 700 kilometers above the Earth on board the Terra satellite, okay? Now, it also goes on to say, the land and the coastal ocean portions of these images are based on surface observation collection from June through September 2001, and combined or composited every 8 days to compensate for clouds that might block the sensor's view of the surface of any single day. And so when they said they use composite photography, you didn't give the entirety of what they meant. And so you're cherry picking information to try to prove a point that you don't have, and that's called intellectual dishonesty. So I'll give you an example of composite photography in Photoshop. Here's a picture of a woman, okay, on the left. And then they took multiple fucking pictures of her, okay? And they used composite photography to create this picture on the right with her in the green in the hand. With the green in her hand. So here's the question. I guess she's not a real fucking woman, and I guess she's fake because she's Photoshopped. I guess this is not a real picture of her because they use composite photography. Here's a picture on the bottom left of underneath the earth of, let's just say, water, you know, by the coast of an island. Let's just make up the destination. Here's the before pictures when they took one. Now here's the photos that they took all throughout the fucking day. Because in the first picture, you can see the background coming in, and then in the right picture, you can see the background fully present in the atmosphere. So I guess the picture on the right is fake because it's fucking composite photography. I guess it's fake because it's Photoshop. Now when you look at the earth at the top, here's why you can see the picture on the left looks dull and the picture on the right looks fuller, because it was taken over long periods of time. And so when you say that NASA said something, that is a lie, because NASA did not say that. You're saying what the fuck you want to say. And then you also made a statement such as, oh, you're right, young Pharaoh, because curves can bend the rainbow. Not a dome, the atmosphere. Once again, atmos means fucking vapors, sphere means a sphere. So the curvature that's being produced by the light that's being bent, once again, is the same way corpuscular rays are being bent. Vapors in the atmosphere are bending the light in a spherical direction. And so there is no dome, you're in a fucking sphere. And so everything that you've said has been nothing more than personal speculation. And I'm gonna keep wiping the motherfucking floor with you as I continue on. Now also, when I was on your channel, all right, so I don't remember what the fuck I was just saying, and so I'm gonna just pick up somewhere, family. Let me get my PowerPoint and all my shit back up, because I don't remember what the fuck I was saying. Oh, here I go. Okay.
Wait, computer.
And so let me hit my start in front of y'all so y'all can see. Ready, set, start. All right, and so with that being said, we was dealing with the Photoshop imagery. And as I was saying, Brother Sanchez was, he made a statement such as to say that NASA said that, the Earth was Photoshopped.
Hold up, Pharaoh. Oh, okay, my bad, brother. You can go ahead. I'm sorry about that. All right. I thought the link was showing. I'm sorry, brother. You get another minute.
All right. And so Brother Sanchez, went on to say that NASA photoshopped photos, but if NASA photoshopped photos and the Earth is not real, then I guess nobody that you ever seen, in your life in a magazine or in a movie, you know what I'm saying, or a goddamn, on VH1 11 hip hop, you know what I'm saying, Sports Illustrated, I guess ain't none of them real either. But also we want to speak about what creates gravity, okay? Because Brother Sanchez asked me, and I want to say this as well, because he, Brother Sanchez keeps talking about NASA, photoshops Earth, but Brother Sanchez fails to realize that every single goddamn photo of the flat Earth that you've ever seen is Photoshop. And so if that's the case, we all using Photoshop. If that's the case, so you can't have such a redundant, hypocritical argument like that. Damn. You can't say that somebody's using Photoshop when your main shit is Photoshop. Now, Brother Sanchez says that, when the last time I was on the stream, he said, so do you believe that we're on a ball that's spinning at 1,080 miles per hour? And to Brother Sanchez, I would tell him, hell yes. See, when you on an airplane, right? Let's say you flying Delta. Next time you flying Delta, just check your motherfucking flight map, check the status of your flight, and look at how many miles per hour you're going. You're going over 400 fucking miles per hour. That's almost half the speed of the Earth. Now, why is it important? Do you feel like you're shooting in a fucking rocket ship? Hell no. You know why? Because you're inside of the object that is absorbing the force that is taking you through. And so when we take that understanding and we apply that to such a mass size of something such as the planet Earth, we understand why it doesn't feel like you're just on a spinning ball that you should fling the fuck off. The same way the same way when you're in an airplane and you're going 400 miles per hour, just going to the next state you're going to, and you don't feel like you're about to fly out the goddamn airplane. And so with that being said, let's go into what creates gravity, because motion creates gravity. If you get on a goddamn roller coaster, when it take off, if you lift your head up, your head gonna smack into the back of that seat, because the velocity in which you're traveling, okay? Once again, I'm gonna say this once again, because the velocity in which you're traveling is creating what is called centripetal force. Okay, center means center, and centripetal in its etymological root, center means center, and pedal means to seek. And so centripetal means force that seeks the center. Now, Brother Sanchez's ideology of flying off the Earth and every other flat earther would be centrifugal, which would mean center being the center, and then fugal means to flee, which would be force that flees the Earth. And so with that being said, okay, the speed of the stars and the speed of the Earth's rotation, hence you barely notice it moving. This low speed causes the Earth not to produce centrifugal force, which is force that flees the Earth. It produces centripetal force. Now, with that being said, the Earth's centrifugal force is so weak that it is calculated to only be 0.3% as strong as its pull of gravity that it produces. This is why things such as the Earth's water doesn't fling off the goddamn Earth. This force is measured at the Earth's equator and has shown that items actually weigh slightly less at the equator than they do at other poles. Now, here's an example. Here's a car, okay, on the left, exerting centrifugal force. Now, centrifugal force is when you spin a corner too fast and you fly off the goddamn road. Centripetal force is when you hit that gas just right and you bend in that corner on that highway and it feels like you stick into the road. And so that's what the Earth is producing. Now, why is this important? You can do this with a goddamn ball, as you see this man at the bottom. If you swing the goddamn ball too hard, it'll seem like it's flying away. But if you spin it just right, it'll be balanced. And that's called centripetal force. Now, the Earth does not spin fast enough to generate centrifugal force, because if an airplane can go fucking over 400 miles per hour and it is thousands of times, millions, if not millions of times smaller than the Earth, then the fact that the Earth spins 1,080 miles per hour, which is actually only about 600 miles faster than the airplane travels, then that means the Earth is actually spinning slower than a motherfucker. Because size is relative to speed. If I run 5 miles per hour, that might seem fast. But if an ant runs 5 miles per hour, goddamn it, that's way faster than I'm running, because the ant is smaller than me, which means...
Yeah, I gotta pause it here. Yo, did he just say that? Oh my God, he lost. Oh my God, he lost so hard. Oh, who caught that? Oh my God, dude, that's the funniest shit I've ever heard, man. He was doing so well until there. He lost so bad. There's people question marking it. Did you not hear what he just said? Who won in the chat if you heard what I just heard? I can't believe he doubled down on that take. Oh my God. Who heard what someone explain what you heard. It's so, damn, there's people who didn't catch it. All right, I'll play it again. Don't spoil it, okay? I'll put an emote.
Spin fast enough and it feels like you stick into the road. And so that's what the Earth is producing. Now, why is this important? You can do this with a goddamn ball, as you see this man at the bottom. If you swing the goddamn ball too hard, it'll seem like it's flying away. But if you spin it just right, it'll be balanced. And that's called centripetal force. Now, the Earth does not spin fast enough to generate centrifugal force, because if an airplane can go fucking over 400 miles per hour and it is thousands of times, millions, if not millions of times, smaller than the Earth, then the fact that the Earth spins 1,080 miles per hour, which is actually only about 600 miles faster than the airplane travels, then that means the Earth is actually spinning slower than a motherfucker.
Ready?
Because size is relative to speed.
Ready?
If I run 5 miles per hour, that might seem fast. But if an ant runs 5 miles per hour, goddamn it, that's way faster than I'm running because the ant is smaller than me, which means it's able to generate the mass that I have in a body that it does not have. And so if an airplane is able to generate a speed of 400 miles per hour in such a small mass, we can agree that an airplane is not bigger than your state. So if you're spinning at 1,080 miles per hour in your state and the airplane can go 400 miles per hour, that means your state is actually slow as a bitch. Now, with that being said, here's an example of why water doesn't fly off the Earth. If you put water in a bucket, which we all used to do as kids, okay, let me check my time. I got 5 minutes left, which we all used to do as kids. What you'll see and what you'll notice is that the water don't fall out the bucket. And so if you can spin a bucket round the fucking round and the fucking round and the water don't fall out, then you can understand exactly how water inside the Earth does not fall out because the Earth is producing centripetal force. And so once again, we have to ask ourselves,
I feel so bad for some of you.
Time does a flat earther apply science? Not just talking about why something happens or what the fuck they believe, but actually how these things are happening. And so with that being said, let me keep going.
Yes.
Let me keep motherfucking going. Let me keep motherfucking going. What I want to do. What I want to hit now. What I want to hit.
You got 5 minutes.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to save my good points for my last round. I'm going to just hit some more shit. Because that fuck up really fucked me up on what the fuck I was about to say. Okay. And so we want to go to, let me go to this slide. I wish that dumbass shit would have never fucking happened, but it ain't about nothing. Okay.
Damn, it froze.
Also, we want to go to, mathematics.
Oh, his computer froze.
Because we're talking about spherical axis here. Okay? If you take a triangle, which is trigonometry, in trigonometry, you put it on and you measure it on the Earth, you get a little over 180 degrees.
Brody just explained part of EMC squared. Anyone who did grade 11 physics, it's impossible for flat Earth to work mathematically.
No. For the theory of flat Earth means you can't do time is relative because the sun isn't 93 million miles away, so you can't do it. You're going to see how mad the flat earther is going to get.
So this also proves that the Earth is a sphere. Also, he made a statement about a plane, and he was trying to say that it's flat. But if you also actually study geometry and trigonometry and algebra, you'll know that planes also curve. And in mathematics, a plane curve, is known as an affine plane. And at the bottom, you see, a projectile of an affine plane, which is a Fibonacci sequential pattern, which goes on to become a sphere. And so once again, we have to ask ourselves, if the Earth is spinning, just like that affine plane is spinning, just like Jupiter, I just showed in the goddamn telecode was spinning, how did Jupiter become a sphere? How did the moon form outside of Jupiter, which are spheres, but the goddamn Earth is flat? What happened to make Jupiter's moons form outside its atmosphere, but our moon formed inside of ours? And so, with my last 2 minutes,
oh no,
I want to touch here.
Oh no,
this is where I want to touch.
He said Jupiter.
Let me find my goddamn slide, because also we want to talk about water finds its level, because that's another favorite thing that flat earthers love to say. Okay, and then on my next motherfucking on my last round, I'm gonna go higher. Okay, now when flat earthers say that water finds its level, that is not a scientific, conclusive statement to prove that the Earth is flat. That's just a blanket statement again. Now, if you actually want to study the mechanics of water, you have to study what is called hydrostatics. What is hydrostatics? The branch of mechanics concerned with the hydrostatic properties of liquid. Okay, hydro meaning water, static meaning electromagnetic frequencies, and we know that hydrostatic comes from the Greek word hydrostatics, which means hydrostatic balance. Now, note, in no way, shape, or form is this a hydrostatic way to explain the physical laws of liquids, or the sciences or characteristics of water, nor does it prove that the Earth is flat via the statement water finds its level. Water and all liquids conform to the forces acting upon them. What force is acting upon water on planet Earth? Contrapetal force. Just like the water in the bucket is glued to the bucket when you swing it over your head. Any shape water is contained within, the water will conform to the shape of the container. Now let's go back to the bucket understanding, If the bucket is not flat, the bucket is cylindrical, if that's the correct word. But if you was an ant and you was in the bucket, would you say that you was inside of a flat object because the water appears flat to you? And so saying shit like water finds its level is not conclusive to prove that the entire object that you're contained in is flat.
Bruh, okay, all right, never mind.
Because once again, if I take an ant and I put
this
an ant inside
thing
a bucket
is
of
killing
water,
me.
the water will be flat at the surface, but it's cylindrical in the rest of its body. And if you spin that goddamn bucket, the water won't fly out once the bucket go upside down over your head because it's being glued to the object it's in by centripetal force. And so once again, that's not a scientifically conclusive statement, for flat earthers to make. And with my last 15 seconds, I want to say this. Gravity is relative to the center of mass of the object involved, which means that if the Earth was flat, there would be...
He said if you spin a bucket in the air, the water will stay. Oh, what the fuck? Bro, man. Holy shit, man. This is actually how you can outsmart yourself. Be careful. It's true though. This guy says in chat. Oh my god! What the fuck? Yo, look how many people agree. What the fuck, yo? Oh my god! Oh my god! That's crazy.
Less gravity at one end and more gravity at the other end of the Earth.
Go,
so
go the other dude. What's his name?
All right, that's the bell. I'm gonna make my closing statement saying this. People think that gravity just pulls down.
I don't have a bucket. What do you mean do
gravity
it?
Pulls towards the center of whatever object has the most electromagnetism. So you know why two magnets come together? Okay, because of gravity. What is gravity produced from? Electrogravitics. What is electrogravitics? A matter produced by electromagnetism, a subject matter produced by electromagnetism. And so the way that you can demagnetize a battery, okay, you destroy its gravitational pull towards each other. If you take two magnets and they're pulling towards each other, that's gravity. They're not pulling down, they're pulling from left and right. But if you demagnetize two magnets, they won't pull at all. You just kill gravity. And so what we have to understand is gravity is not pulling you down, it's pulling you towards the center of whatever has the most electromagnetism. And the Earth's core and the iron in the Earth's core has the most electromagnetism. And since we're all around it and the centripetal force is acting all around it, we're glued to it from that perspective. And so I'm going to end my closing statement on that.
Let me get this shit together right quick so we can get it. All right, so yeah, go ahead and start me, man.
Here
all right,
is.
ready? Let me do it on the camera so everybody can see because I want to keep it. I want to keep it fair.
1.5
okay, ready,
is funnier.
Set, as soon as I say go, it's you. So ready, set, go.
Okay, so earlier in your video.
Wait. Ready, set, and go.
Round 2. You said that. I said that all of the flat Earth cultures had a flat Earth model. You said that I was wrong about that because you found one in Samaria. But what you were wrong about, young Pharaoh, is that Samaria had a flat Earth cosmology before they had that globular one that you saw. They was the ones who helped turn the flat Earth into a globe. The Sumerians, the Copernicans, the Newtonians, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute. That's why you couldn't find a globe in Kemet. You couldn't find one in Kush. So just remember that I wasn't being disingenuous. You just didn't know that. You say every single photo of flat Earth is Photoshop. That's a lie because I can show you some right now.
No way.
Check this out. Ain't none of these Photoshop. Ain't no curvature on them. This one right here up 20 miles high. It ain't Photoshop. Ain't no curvature on it. So you're wrong again. You make claims because you don't think I'm gonna check that shit. That's why you're a young Pharaoh and I'm an old king. I don't miss this shit. So if you look at this one, this show a flat Earth. Ain't no goddamn Photoshop. Only thing Photoshop is the globe. So you on your own with that one. And guess what? You can't deny it because you just admitted it. You said, well, if mine Photoshop, yours Photoshop too. Keep that to yourself. You Photoshop on your own. This shit I'm showing you ain't Photoshop. This was before NASA. This was 1946. This was the first photo of Earth from space ever. And I bet you this your first time seeing this, Pharaoh. Ain't no goddamn curve on it. And it ain't Photoshop.
This is actually insane.
Bro, the reason everyone agrees is because it's common sense how literally the world's best whom spend their whole entire lives to physics and all other forms of math disagree with the whole entire flat earth theory.
No, they don't.
I mean, even the flat earth organization is represented by rejects and randoms who make theories based on sources.
Yeah, you said the physicists disagree with flat earth theory. No, you can actually Google this, you know. They say all the math checks out for a globe the same as flat earth. That's the point of the debate. That's why physicists debate those flat earthers. If you YouTube physicists versus flat earthers, they take that shit serious, dude. I'll show you the debate after this.
And it exists during this time. Why they ain't telling you about this? How ain't no curve on this one, but NASA coming back with all the curves. And they shit Photoshop, just like you just admitted to it. So way to debunk your goddamn self on that one. Now, you say it's called an atmosphere. Yes, dude, that's what represent a dome. You said a dome ain't a sphere, and I put my damn face in my hand. How is a dome not spherical? You can't just say stuff to win arguments. You said that 5 miles per hour to an ant is different. hold up. I'm sorry about that. My bad, bro. No, hold up. You said 5 miles to an ant is different than 5 miles to a human. Brother. You got to lose your ego, my little brother. You can't. The only way you can say something like that with a straight face if you really think you convinced that you on some. Your shit don't stink. You got a lot of people gassing you. That's why I like my subs and stuff because they tell me when I'm fucking up. They don't correct me. And I think that's what happened a lot in these communities. The fact that you can say something like that, people condone it. That's crazy. 5 miles is 5 miles. I don't give a damn who doing it. If a turtle doing 5 miles and a car doing 5 miles and I'm running 5 miles, damn it, it's gonna be a tie.
Bro, he's so fucking good, bro.
It's gonna be a tie. I don't care, man. Listen here, man. Just because you shrunk some shit don't make the shit just change all of a sudden. That's what micro and macro about. That when you shrink something or blow it up, it's still equivalent. That's what science is about. So in
holy shit,
you can't show water holding the shape of a ball. When you talk about raindrops, they ain't holding the shape of a ball. That's water bulging from the air shaping it that's falling around it. When a parachutist drop out of an airplane, look at their cheeks. They mouth fill up with air and form a ball. Not because it's holding a shape and being stuck to a core put by some mysterious force called gravity, which we finna debunk in a minute. So let me not use a lot of my time, but I got
it. Damn, holy shit. How did he know he's gonna talk about, did he say parachute when you're jumping out of a parachute? Oh my
God. Debunk some of these ridiculous claims that you claim. Pharaoh, I ain't gonna lie, brother. I love you, man. You're a cool young brother. You're doing great things, but you don't know everything. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit you said earlier about water in a bucket is being held inside of the bucket because of centrifugal force. Man, my heart stopped beating. I felt sorry. I didn't know that you was on that level of thinking, bro. If you take the goddamn bottom off this bucket and try to sling it around, the water gonna fly out the damn back of it. Are you really ignoring that fact that the water is sticking to the back of the bucket because a fucking wall is back there? Ain't no wall on the goddamn earth. Ain't that stopping us from supposedly flying off this motherfucker like the fucking water in the bucket got a wall behind it. If you cut that damn wall out and try to sling it, it's gonna go everywhere. So that wasn't a good example, bro. And water does find its level. Just look at the damn bucket. It's called sea level, not sea curve. So don't argue with me. Argue with the people you like to Google all the time. You hear talking about NASA shit. They call it sea level too. You talk about how gravity would work on flat Earth. They debunk gravity because apparently you don't realize there is no gravity necessary for flat Earth. Only density, buoyancy, and a thing's weight. And now I'm gonna get into this presentation on gravity. But before I do that, let me talk about stars. This is Venus through a telescope. Shows holographic distortion. That can't be a goddamn solid object. You know what it looked like to me? You know what it looked like to me, Pharaoh? Let me show you something.
It's got to be something dome related.
The waters above.
Damn.
That's just my belief. If you look at this and you look at that, we might be looking through openings in the dome at the waters above. This is science I'm doing. Making observations, looking at nature, and then looking at the stars and comparing the two. Not just repeating shit we all heard in school like you doing. You forgot I was a globalist too, didn't you, young man? You need to learn what I know. So look at here, man. There's a lot to this place they ain't telling us. You brought up Nut having a sun going through her body. That ain't the sun, dude. Like, again, I thought you knew something about Kemetic cosmology. Apparently you don't. That's not the sun that's going through Nut body. Now let me teach you something. What you're looking at is a star called Aldebaran. Many call it Nibiru. All right. This star makes its die and reborn every year. This is the star you see with the moon crest. If you look at the picture you showed of the sun going through Nut body right here, that's not our sun, dude.
Dude, there's levels to cocaine, man. I'm kidding.
The sun is bright and yellow, whitish. That is burnt reddish orange, and I can show you the difference right now. In this picture from your goddamn scientists, not mine. They got our sun yellow and they got Aldebaran reddish orange. That became the colors of Halloween because during harvest time is when Aldebaran is visible. They call it Aldebaran because it comes from the word abracadabra. It's the star that appears and transits the moon and Venus sometime, but it appears every 7,000 years and it appears every yearly Sabbath. But you would know that Septos is the real Sabbath and that your goddamn calendar got 2 months at it. Our ancients didn't have a 12-month calendar, 360 degrees in a circle, 360 days in a damn year. And guess what? July and August was nowhere on an ancient Kemetic calendar. So how are you trying to sync that shit up with Nut and Gale? Look at the color of this damn star in this picture and look at the color of what you see on the Kemetic scarab. It's not yellow. Our ancestors knew the difference between yellow and burnt orange. Now you can make the argument that it's our sun, but I stand with what your damn scientists teach with the model that they showed here, that our sun is yellow. That's the way I see it. I do see it orange sometime, but we know that one star in ancient cosmos that was always portrayed in these Halloween colors, this Halloween orange, was Aldebaran, and this star has come around in harvest time. That's why it's this color and not yellow like our sun. So you're wrong about that. If you look at that scarab beetle right there, you know what you're looking at? Let me show you something, son. Let me show you something real quick while I got time. You see the Queen of Heaven. This is the Masonic deity. This is what replaced Nut. This became the MasterCard, which is the Vesica Pisces, the number 8 for infinity. Look at her. You see the sun on her head and a moon crest on her foot. They stole this from Kemet. You see the sun on the head, moon crest on the foot, but they giving you our sun, not the Aldebaran. So there's a lot of deception that took place when the Greeks came over with the Bible. And that's why you don't know the shit I'm telling you now. You don't know it because you would have been teaching it. What you teaching is what we all learned from Neil deGrasse Tyson and all them. So you can't try to change it now. Nut and Gale ain't a solar system. The picture in front of you is the world's longest distant landscape photography. If we was on a damn ball, we wouldn't be looking across this goddamn lake. And let me show you something. You can see all the cities and peaks that should be hidden by curvature. It's about 6 right here. You could go look this up for yourself. The longest distance in a photo ever taken. That debunks any damn curvature. All of these cities and mountains back there should be behind a ball. So let's talk about the Chicago skyline. They said this is a mirage and that if you drive to this, it's just a holograph that's being projected. Ain't no city really up. And that Pharaoh believed that shit, y'all, because he believed what CNN and the news tell him. That's what he been quoting today. I've been quoting comedicism, not no damn NASA and the news. Who's for the ancestors if I'm here defending Newton Gale against a globalist? Ain't that hypocritical? So check this out. You can tell that that's a real city because flat earthers actually went to Chicago and drove to it, and it won a damn superior mirage. This is what a superior mirage looked like. It reflects things in reverse from the atmospheric gases acting as a reflective medium and based upon your own eyes. It's a mirage, it's an illusion. And it looks this way, not like a whole damn city. And if they say this because of atmospheric conditions and you believe it, you're a fool, because I can show you pictures of the Chicago skyline at nighttime at different times whenever you want to see it. Now let me get into this thing and debunk gravity so I can put this nail in the damn coffin. Now, if you fill a balloon with helium, a substance lighter than the nitrogen, oxygen, and other elements which compose the air around it, the balloon will immediately fly upwards. If you fill a balloon with hydrogen, a substance even lighter than helium, the balloon will fly upwards even faster. If you blow a dandelion seed out of your hands, a substance just barely heavier than the air, it will float away and slowly but eventually fall to the ground. And if you drop an anvil from your hands, something much heavier than the air, it will quickly and directly fall straight to the ground. Now, this has absolutely nothing to do with gravity, young man. The fact that light things rise up and heavy things fall down is simply a natural property of weight and density that is very different from gravity, which is a hypothetical magnetic-like force possessed by large masses, which Isaac Newton needed to help explain the heliocentric theory of the universe. Most of you read or heard that Isaac Newton's theory of gravity was originated by him seeing an apple fall to the earth from a tree in his garden. People gifted with ordinary common sense would say that the apple fell down to the earth because it was heavier than the surrounding air. When air is submerged, bubbles form and they rise up because the air is lighter than the water surrounding it. Gravity should be pulling the light air bubbles downward if it's strong enough to keep the water stuck to the core of a ball earth, right? If the earth is pulling us downward, shouldn't the bubbles go down instead of up? If the earth, yet they rise up for the same reason that helium rises up, Pharaoh, because they're lighter than the surrounding elements. That's density, which is a fact, and damn it, gravity is a theory. We are told that all things are being pulled towards the earth because gravity is a natural phenomenon in which all things that possess mass are brought towards one another, and that the more mass an object has, the more gravity it will exert on objects around it. At the same time, we are taught that the combined weight of the atmospheric molecules above us causes a pressure of 10,000 kilograms per square meter pressing down on our bodies. We're told that this is why a brick falls to the earth at a fast rate, but yet and still a toy balloon will rise upwards and escape the gas of gravity. Got to be a fool. You better free your damn mind, son. I said it. Listen to this, young fella. If I throw a book right now, it's going to go far as the amount of force that I put into it, and then it's going to fall because it's heavier than the air around it. It's literally that simple, people. This is the simple way that the ancestors explained this before there was even a word called gravity or a man named Newton. How are you for the ancestors but saying that Newton was smarter than them, dude? Ask young Pharaoh why isn't there a nettle for gravity? And we'll get into that. So any object which is heavier than the air and which is unsupported has a natural tendency to fall by its own weight. Nothing is pulling it. Newton's famous apple at Woolsthorpe or any other apple, when ripe, loses whole of its stalk, and being heavier than the air drops as a matter of necessity to the ground, totally irrespective of any attraction of the earth. For if such attraction existed, why does not the earth attract the rising smoke, which is not nearly as heavy as the damn apple? And why the fuck is gravity pulling one apple off the tree but just letting the other ones chill? Got to be a fool. Let me move on. The answer is simple: because the smoke is lighter than the air and therefore does not fall but ascends. Gravity is a subterfuge employed by Newton in his attempt to prove that the earth revolves around the sun. Newton was a Freemason, and he comes off to me as one who hated the true facts and science of nature. The things they teach us don't make sense because they require you to forfeit those God-given common senses and replace a belief in theoretical scientism. Newton's apple fell because it was ripe. When fruit becomes ripe, it gets heavier than its support system, which is the stalk that attaches it to the tree, and then it falls because it's heavier than the air surrounding it. It's that simple. Unless you're telling me gravity is a selective force that only pulls down the apples that it chooses to. Shit, it's like me then, because I only pick the ones that I like too. Telling me gravity.
Oh my god, dude, this guy is like me then. Oh my god, dude. This guy, man. You know what's crazy is he's trying to say, why is the gravity select the apple and not the helium balloon? That's what he's trying to say. Or why the ocean but not the seagull?
It's selective now. So check this out, goddammit. You got to pay attention to what I'm telling you here. The law of gravitation is said by the advocates of the Newtonian system of astronomy to be the greatest discovery of science and the foundation of the whole of modern astronomy. If therefore it can be shown that gravitation is a pure assumption and an imagination of the mind only, that it has no existence outside of the brains of its founders and advocates, the whole of the, what you said? The whole, okay, yeah. The whole of the hypothesis of this modern so-called science would fall to the ground if one disproven gravity. And that's what I'm doing right now before your eyes, showing you as a theory and not a fact. So This so-called science fall to the ground as flat as the surface of the ocean, and this most exact of all sciences, this wonderful feat of the intellect, becomes at once the most ridiculous superstition and most gigantic imposture to which ignorance and credulity could ever be exposed. Einstein's theory of relativity and entire heliocentric model of the universe hinges upon Newton's law of gravity. Heliocentrics claim that the sun is the most massive object in the heavens, and therefore the Earth and other planets by law are caught up in the sun's gravity and forced to orbit perpetual circles around it. They claim that gravity also somehow allows people, buildings, oceans, and all of nature to exist on the underside of the ball Earth without falling off. Now, even if gravity did exist, why would it cause both planets to orbit the sun and people to stick to the Earth? Gravity should either cause people to float in suspended circular orbits around the Earth, or it should cause the Earth to be pulled and crash into the sun. What sort of magic is gravity that it can glue people's feet to the ball Earth while causing Earth itself to revolve ellipses around the sun? The two effects are very different, yet the same cause is attributed to both. Furthermore, the magnetic-like attraction to massive objects gravity is purported to have can be found nowhere in the natural world. All right, so there is no example in nature of a massive sphere or any other shaped object which by virtue of its mass alone causes a smaller object to stick to orbit around it or causes water to stick to it by mass. If that was the case, then I can just get real big and shit'll start orbiting me. I'm bigger than this damn lighter on my desk. It ain't orbiting me yet. It ain't sticking to me. Now, so check this out now. To claim the existence of a physical law without a single practical...
He just leaked that he's got a lighter and he's high as fuck.
Evidential example is hearsay, not science. That's why flat Earth has always been around. It's just been buried up under the Western world lies and heliocentrism. But most of the world is still flat Earth. It's us who need to wake up. So the bodies in some instances are seen to approach each other as a fact, but that their mutual approach is due to an attraction or pulling process on a part of these bodies is after all a mere theory. Hypotheses may be sometimes admissible, but when they are invented to support other hypotheses, they are not only to be doubted, but discredited and discarded. The hypothesis of a universal force called gravity is based upon and was indeed invented with a view to support another hypothesis that says that the Earth and sea together make up a vast globe that is whirling away through space and therefore needs some force or forces to guide it. I'm gonna use my other 5, bro.
All right, let me before you go, let me do the 5 so everybody can see.
Let's keep going because my slideshow's still going real quick.
All right, go ahead. I started it. Go ahead.
So the weird thing about all of this is that young Pharaoh is here to defend a globe when scientists teach us that the Earth is an oblate spheroid. Some say it's a pear, so we don't have a consistent model for the globe, and all of the images used to support it are inconsistent. So what shape will it be next? I guess we got to wait on some.
This actually feels like my homies in high school when we do, but like it's like your homies if they were passionate about PowerPoint presentations in class. No one was ever passionate. We were all like nervous and we were all awkward. But this is like when grown-ups are like, fuck it, I'm going to dominate the PowerPoint. This is so funny, dude.
Calculate scientists to tell us instead of using our own damn head. See, Pharaoh, I don't believe scientists like you do. I am a scientist. Believing a scientist don't make you a scientist. It just make you a fucking believer. Now, that the sun path is an exact circle for only about 4 periods in a year, and then of only a few hours at the equinoxes and solstices, completely disproves the might have been of
this is better than Connor Dustin.
Consequence of all gravitation. If the sun were of sufficient power to retain the Earth in its orbit when nearest the sun, when the Earth arrived at that part of its elliptical path farthest from the sun, the attractive force, unless very greatly increased, would be utterly incapable of preventing the Earth rushing away into space in a right line forever. Think about that, young man. On the other hand, it is equally clear that if the sun's attraction was just sufficient to keep the Earth in its proper path when farthest from the sun, and thus to prevent it rushing off into space, the same power of attraction when the Earth was nearest the sun would be so much greater that unless the attraction were very greatly diminished, nothing would prevent the Earth rushing towards the from rushing toward the sun, of course. You know, what's causing, if you say the sun's so bigger than the Earth, why hasn't the sun just gone ahead, put the Earth into it? And how is the Earth spinning, keeping us stuck to it when that's the opposite of centrifugal force? It's two different forces that contradict the theory of gravity. So heliocentrists claim that the ball Earth is perpetually spinning on its axis and that all of these things are stuck to it. But if you take a ride on a gravitron at your local amusement park, you will notice that the faster it spins, the more you're pushed away from the center of spin and not towards it. Even if the centripetal inward pulling force of gravity did exist, which it does not, the centrifugal outward pushing force of the ball Earth's supposed 19 mile per second spin would also exist and have to be overcome. Yet neither of these opposing forces has ever been shown to have any existence outside the imaginations of heliocentric scientists.
Damn.
Did you stop me or something?
Nah, you still going.
All right, so let me go. I thought you said something. So check this out. This is what Newton said out of his own mouth. He said Newton himself confessed that the explanation of the moon's action on the tides was the least satisfactory part of his theory of gravity. They said a moon controlled the tides, but if that was the case, then the tides wouldn't be like an inhale and exhale like you see. So the theory asserts that the larger object attracts the smaller, and a moon, if it was controlling the tides, then what's stopping it from just pulling all of the fucking water off the ocean? And we should be seeing a trail of water going toward the moon. If the moon controlling them damn ocean tides, why I don't control the lake down the street from my house? Lakes and creeks ain't part of the damn tide. That's because that supports flat Earth. If you look at flat Earth cosmology, the reason lakes don't have low tide, high tide, because they're attached to the Earth. what we call the land of the earth, and all of the water surrounding that is the inhale, exhale. Just like if you put ice in a cup, as the ice will kind of jumble, and that'll make the water go in and out like an inhale and exhale, like a ripple effect. So that's what's happening with the tides. It's the earth itself sitting upon the face of the deep that's causing the tides. That's why the lakes ain't part of that, because it has nothing to do with the moon. If that was the case, you should be able to, it should affect water in a cup. If it can affect the big ass oceans, that means when you're drinking some water under the moon, it should be pulling your shit in your cup too. But you don't think that deep though. This is investigation here, and it's gonna get you laughed at. I don't mind that, as long as I got the truth, goddammit. So astronomers claim to have measured all the planets' distances and shapes and all of that before they had any of the technology that they got today, that y'all said, prove the globe. But they said they measured the whole shape of the earth. If you look at fucking Galileo's telescope, it was a damn bottle. It was the equivalent of you finding a beer bottle off the ground and looking through it. It was that damn, shit. So yeah, now we can go and start closing it off. I ain't gonna go over my time. I'm gonna close off with 1 minute. I ain't gonna take all day like we've been doing. So for my minute to close out, 2 minutes to close out, let me just tell people on both sides, don't choose sides. This debate ain't about choosing sides. It's about doing. Oh, hold up. Oh, it's another round. Okay, well, shit, I got some. Cool. I'm gonna mute my mic. Then I'll wait till the next round. Yeah, we got a closing.
You went, then I went, then you went, then I went, then you just went, then I go, and then we got one more round after this where we both go.
Well, we close it out and kind of chop it up like you said, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. Well, then, with that being said, shout out to you, young Pharaoh. Thanks for doing this with me. I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic, man, and let you take on over. I don't want to hold the people too much longer. Y'all go ahead.
All right, cool. Now I want to say this, man. Let me get my timer ready so I can hit 20, so everybody can see me hit 20. All right, family, I'm hitting 20. Ready, set, go. All right, and so I wrote down some points he wrote and I rebutted them, and I just want to make note, that I've been making hella points, that have not been refuted. He just states new points, but he hasn't refuted any old points I've stated. Still hasn't proven the flat Earth theory model at all. But as far as the land mass or anything, or the geographical size of the continents. But outside of that, okay, let me prove my point, right? Let me say this. The man said he wasn't dealing with science, right? I don't know what the fuck kind of science is being, brought to the table here, because he said fruits get heavier when they get ripe. Fruits get soft when they get ripe. So I don't know. I never seen a ripe banana heavier than a fresh new banana.
Yo, he did not just start. He did not just start with that. Oh my god, the globe guy. Oh my god. I can't even laugh, man. That's the globe guy. Yo, I can't even laugh, man. This is the greatest shit I've ever seen in my life.
So I don't know which
this is so good.
Size of the continents. But outside of that, okay, let me prove my point, right? Let me say this. The man said he wasn't dealing with science, right? I don't know what the fuck kind of science is being, brought to the table here, because he said fruits get heavier when they get ripe. Fruits get soft when they get ripe. So I don't know. I never seen a ripe banana heavier than a fresh new banana. And so I don't know where that science came from as far as, ripe fruits getting heavier and then falling off a tree. Because we have to ask ourselves, if you hold a cup of water all day, it's going to get heavier and heavier and heavier. And so if gravity doesn't exist, what force is acting upon that cup to make it feel heavier? And so when we're talking about gravity, once again, what people don't understand is gravity does not pull you down. It pulls you towards the center of whatever object has the most electromagnetism. And of course, the bigger that object is, its electromagnetic influence would increase. And so I'll give you an example, right? If you take a balloon and you rub a balloon on your motherfucking shirt and you create friction, guess what you're creating? Electromagnetism. And then if you let the balloon go, it will stick to your shirt. It's called gravity. And so some people are so goddamn one-sided and they thought of gravity that they think gravity only pulls you down. Gravity, electromagnetics, okay? Electrogravitics, okay? Pulls you to the center of whatever object produces the most electromagnetism, aka mass. And so the Earth does produce mass. It produces electromagnetism. This is what the latitude and longitude lines are for. This is what the Earth's iron and the core is for. Now, your brother said, oh, let me go to my...
You want to hear something weird? That the YouTube normie audience didn't find this that funny. But the Twitch audience and me finds it hilarious. I swear to God, Twitch audience is a lot older than YouTube.
Let me cross that shit out. Every time I make a point, I'm crossing that shit out. Okay. And so your brother said, gravity doesn't exist, right?
It's gold.
Well, if gravity doesn't exist, what makes water pressure increase the deeper you go? Because as you get towards the center of this Earth's core, the level of electromagnetism is higher, which causes gravity production to be higher, or gravitic production to be higher, which means the deeper you go in that ocean, you're going to go from a scuba suit to a submarine. And if you get out that submarine, that gravity, aka water pressure, will crush your ass. And so if it wasn't no such thing as gravity, there would be no such goddamn thing as water pressure getting higher the deeper you go in the ocean. And so that's another point I want to make. The second point I want to make is this. If you go outside and you take a piss, guess what your piss do? It curves. It curves, okay? Why does your piss curve? Because gravity is acting upon you.
Yo, this is so bad, dude. This is such a bad argument. The flat earthers got such an easy job, dude.
We don't stay flat. It curves. And so if you're saying water always finds its level and you pissing and the water is curving, then using your theory, that proves the curvature of Earth. And so that being said, gravity is produced by...
I've never heard the piss argument, bro. I've never heard the piss argument. Like, could you imagine Neil deGrasse Tyson or someone's dropping the piss argument of why the Earth is curved? Dude, if you gotta go to piss, you don't got an argument, dude.
Electromagnetism. I have to make that understanding understood. Now, the brother said I said 5 miles, distance, was a joke because the distance didn't matter. 5 miles is 5 miles. And he said size doesn't matter. First of all, I wasn't using size exclusively. I was using size in reference to the velocity that it produces. And so he said if he go 5 miles and an ant go 5 miles, it doesn't matter. I tell you what, you ride 5 miles on a bike and I'm gonna ride 5 miles on a motorcycle and we're gonna see who goes faster. And so that being said, the object that is traveling the 5 miles is very important because depending upon the size and the power produced by that object will determine the velocity that object can travel. And depending upon the velocity that object can travel, we will determine whether a centrifugal or centripetal force will be produced. And so it's not a joke. And 5 miles is not just not important. It's very important. He said
Please tell me he didn't say what I think he did. There's no way. Oh, he's saying the distance is 5 miles. Oh, okay. I thought he said they're both going 5 miles.
I tell you what, you ride 5 miles on a bike and I'm gonna ride 5 miles on a motorcycle and we're gonna see who goes faster. And so with that being said,
well, it depends how fast you go on each. How fast are you going? That's like a math question saying we're going 5 miles to the candy shop and then nothing else, right? It's 5 miles over there.
The object that is traveling the 5 miles is very important because depending upon the size and the power produced by that object will determine the velocity that object can travel. And depending upon the velocity that object can travel, we will determine whether a centrifugal or centripetal force...
Yo, someone in chat said it's about what looks faster. Holy shit, bro. I don't get it. What if you're fucking just walking with the bike, with the motorcycle, and the other guy is just bolting with the bicycle? I need more context because this is hilarious.
...will be produced. And so it's not a joke. And 5 miles is not just not important. It's very important. He said if a turtle go 5 miles and he go 5 miles, they went 5 miles. How? Do you know how long it's going to take the turtle to go 5 miles opposed to you? Because you generate more force than the turtle. And so I don't know what kind of science you're doing.
Wait, what color is the bike? Is it a pink bike?
And so that being said, let me go into some points. Let me go back into some points.
Bro, this scares me, dude. When I see the globies start pulling out, the piss arches and shit, everything I click on, they go to some weird argument that I'm like, whoa, what the fuck?
I'm about to eat. I'm back warmed up. I'm back warmed the fuck up. I'm back. That little hiccup threw us off, but I'm back. Okay.
Go to the piss argument, please.
Destroying this motherfucking flat earth. Okay. Let me throw my motherfucking glasses on. Here we go. Gotta throw my science glasses on for this shit. I gotta do it. I got to. Okay, here we go. We back. Now let's talk about perspective. Because if the earth was flat, okay, we would all see different sides of the moon. Okay, period. All around the world. We would not all see the same side of the moon constantly at different times of the day. So look at this diagram on the left that I'm highlighting. If you was over here in South America and I was over here, you would see a crescent moon and I would see a half a moon. But guess what? We all see the same side of the moon because the moon is outside the goddamn atmosphere. So now it makes sense where people who are all around the world, now it makes sense why people who are all around the world can see the same side of the goddamn moon because it's not in here with us. Period. Next slide.
Yikes. That one's a big yikes. Google that one.
Okay. Next slide. Let me keep it kicking.
Yikes.
If the earth was flat, people would see different star patterns. Okay? We would not all see the same goddamn stars. And so,
he said if the earth was flat, you'd see different star patterns. Star trails. What? You're going to star trails? That's the worst place, bro. He's going to get eaten alive. That's crazy.
Now, why is this important? If this is South America, okay, how the fuck can South America, Africa, and Australia all see the Crux constellation if they all face in different positions? It's impossible. It's impossible. And so with that being said, I'm going to say it again. If this is South America, this is Africa, and this is Australia, how the fuck can everybody see the same goddamn constellations, okay? And they all...
The flat earther is going to say because the constellations move counterclockwise circles, and they never intersect.
Face in different directions. Let's go to this understanding, okay? So with that being said...
This is actually the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Yo, people who don't get this picture... Dude, the lamp thing is the funniest meme in flat Earth history because it's like they're saying it's a local sun that moves like yin and yang in the middle. It's not a lamp. This is just, why does he have that picture, dude? This is so cringe. I can't do this, bro. The globe guy's losing, and this is hilarious, bro. Like, you have, I don't know why he clicked the worst memes.
Here's the sun. If the sun was in here with us, there would never be no such thing as total darkness. There's places in the world, okay, that are completely dark. Let's use Australia for an example. During the wintertime, Australia experiences 67 days of complete darkness.
Oh, he's going fully cringe, bro.
It's important. If you look at the flat Earth map, Australia, okay, is in the center, which means there's no fucking way, okay, that Australia would ever. Let me go back to this map. There's no way that Australia, if Australia's right here, there's no way that Australia would ever be non-subjected to sunlight. And so how is Australia receiving 67 days of complete fucking darkness when the sun is always shining on it? Now, when you look at this model and you see what creates season change, okay, look at Australia right here on the right on the flat Earth model, okay?
He's going to explain season chain. The sun doesn't just go around on a flat plate, right? But it does this. It gets smaller, closer to the North Pole, which is magnetic north of the middle, and then it gets bigger and smaller, and that explains seasons on a flat Earth, like the pulse, kind of like the tides. And he is so dumb for going here. Of all arguments, this is so... You have stronger arguments, Globies. You don't have to do this. This is the weakest argument you could... Anyways.
It's always subjected to sunlight. But when you look at this model with the sun outside of the Earth, what do you see? That during the winter solstice, which is coincidentally is the time when Australia receives its 67 days of total darkness, you see that the northern hemisphere is tilted 23.5 degrees away from the sun. So now we can understand that even though the sun is rotating, this portion of this globe never actually faces the sun because it's tilted away. So the globe model outside of the sun, with the sun outside of our atmosphere,
this portion of the globe never faces the sun, he said.
Explains perfectly this phenomenon. The flat Earth theory doesn't. Now, why is this important? Let's go back to our motherfucking our model, because science says what? If the model cannot successfully define the observation, it must be thrown out. Now, next a nigga's gonna say that the sun is not in here with us. Now, I already explained how electricity cannot be manually conducted within oxygen molecules. And so how does lightning, when you see lightning discharges, okay, it's unstable. When you see sparks, they're unstable. Why? Because oxygen molecules cannot conduct electrons. Now, why is this important?
Don't bring up lightning, dude. Flat earthers believe in an electromagnetic universe, not big balls of star gas burning. This is, oh wow.
If the sun is a ball of
He's
electricity,
gonna go to Tesla.
how is it being manually sustained by oxygen molecules which cannot conduct it? Now, a lot of niggas is going to say that the sun is in our atmosphere, right? Now, I'm going to play this video right here. This is not NASA. This is not none of that. As you can see, this is a white boy, okay, who bought a drone and a balloon and flew the motherfucker as high as he could. Now, here's his drone, okay, and here's it taking off, and I'm going to skip through. Now, it appears here that the sun is in here with us. Let me go back. See that? It looked like the sun is in here with us, okay? Let me go back a little bit. It looked like the sun is in here with us, right? But as the drone continues to go higher, it still looks like the sun is in here with us, right? Now, as you can see, this motherfucking drone that made it all the way outer space, okay? Look at that. The sun, still, we're leaving the atmosphere now. We're leaving the atmosphere. And now, why is this important? When you make it out of space, what is that? Asshole? It's the sun. So what you gonna say? NASA photoshopped that too? Did NASA have something to do with that? You clearly fucking see the sun outside of the Earth. Now, I don't want nobody arguing that, oh, the Earth is curved because of the fisheye lens. I'm not.
He just admit that's a fisheye lens. Why did you admit it? He just fucking conceded the whole argument. It's so sad. It's like the sun doesn't even matter anymore. That's so bad, dude. Oh my god. He just conceded the whole argument. What a waste of time. Oh no.
I don't give a fuck about that argument. My argument is,
Oh, he
is the
doesn't
sun
care.
not outside of the atmosphere? Yes, the fuck it is. And so with that being said, I don't want to hear shit about no NASA. I don't want to.
Bro, you can't say that. The flat earther will say the sun's on the outside because there's a fucking piece of glass or blah, 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 blah. Or the flat earther will say, so what if it's a little above? It's still local and it moves, blah, blah, blah. He can always say, my model's not figured out because it's not funded by the government and NASA. He can always say that and change his argument. You can't. You have to say that curve is real. You have to say that's not a fisheye lens, or else you look very bad if it gets corrected. And I've never seen this part, so this is hilarious. I wonder what the guy's going to say.
Hear shit about no motherfucking Photoshop, no Protoshop, no Motoshop, none of that. Period. We clearly see. And so we see that the flat earth model has not been yet scientifically validated or substantiated. Now, why is this important? Let's go to another slide. we clearly see why it makes sense. Not only that we can clearly see the sun outside the atmosphere, but we can clearly see why we can't detect lunar moons. Because if the sun was inside this fucking dome with us, okay?
What is under the flat Earth? Same thing that's under the globe Earth, right? A molten core. No, under the flat Earth. Well, nobody knows. The humans only have dug like 8 miles. Google that drill in Russia, and then it stops. Like no machinery works.
Then you wouldn't have a lunar eclipse. In order to have a lunar eclipse, the sun and the moon have to be on the opposite side of the Earth, with the Earth being in the middle. That's period. That's period. There is no arguing that. Period. Okay? Now let's go to my next slide. Okay? We're talking about time zones. If the Earth was flat, there would be no such thing as time zones. Do you know?
Yikes. That is the weakest argument he's going for. This is so bad. He missed one animation. If he'd seen one animation, he would get it. I feel bad for him. I wonder if the other guy's taking notes.
Why California is three hours behind New York? Because light has to bend around curvature to touch that landmass. And so with that being said, time zones are created by light shining on different points of a spherical object. If it was a flat Earth, okay, let's go back to a map of a flat Earth. We know for a fact that it's a different time zone in South America than it is in Africa. But according to the flat Earth, if the sun is right here, they should both be on the same time. And so the flat Earth map, like I said, is Photoshop, it's full of shit. The fucking continents are not the right size. I clearly just showed the sun outside the atmosphere. And we understand also that time zones wouldn't exist. And so how much more time I got? Okay, I got 6 minutes and 54 seconds. Let's ride. And so with that being said, we clearly see, okay, the non-validity of the motherfucking flat Earth map. And so where's my slide at? Damn, I'm mad as fuck I just lost this slide, man. God damn, I'm mad as hell I just lost this slide. And so with that being said, we clearly see, okay, the validity of the goddamn, or the non-validity of the flat Earth. And so, here we go, right here. And so what did I say? When we talking about scientific rules and standards, models are created and tested against observations. If a model cannot explain all observations and experiments, you must either modify the model until it can scientifically verify observation, or it must be fucking discarded. It must be discarded, period. And so now,
flat earthers are too dumb to understand Vsauce video. Oh, that is really cringe. That's the cringiest thing I've heard in chat. There's better arguments for you, dude. Vsauce got debunked in 9 seconds, I think. It was so embarrassing.
Why is this important? The only way that flat earth motherfucking model can be modified to substantiate what we're experiencing every day is if you take the sun outside that bitch. If y'all keep trying to keep that sun in here with us, you're done. Now let me prove another point.
I wonder what the other guy's gonna say now.
Because a lot of people are saying there's a dome. That drone just went all the way out of space. It didn't hit no dome. So where the fuck is niggas getting the dome from? Now niggas keep saying that the Bible is talking about a firmament. Now what people fail to realize is that there was a mistranslation in the Bible. Now
this is so bad. He said, "Where's the dome?" If the drone didn't hit it, but there's that rocket that hits it. That video on YouTube. Oh shit.
Chapter 1, verse 1 states in English. It says this: in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But you forgot that motherfucking before it was translated to English, it came through Latin.
I love Vsauce too, yeah.
Latin came through the Hebrew. And in Hebrew, it said in the beginning.
No, just to be fair, I've been watching Vsauce for years. I love Vsauce. It's just when it came to the flat earth one, it was the cringiest video I've ever seen in my life. It was the weakest arguments I've ever heard. But usually they're very fun.
Elohim created the Shemayim and the earth. Now what is Shemayim? Sky. It didn't say heavens. White people put heavens in there. It said it's the fucking sky. So the Bible originally said, okay, when they first wrote the bullshit, in the beginning, Elohim, which meant many gods, but we're going to say God for later text. It said in the beginning, God created the earth and the sky. It didn't say no fucking dome. And so when you go to the part about the firmament,
this is
which
funny.
is Genesis chapter 1, verse 7, and it says, and God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above. The word firmament was translated from the word rakia. And the word rakia means expansion or atmosphere. It was never deemed a physical object. So originally, the Bible said, and Elohim made the rakia, which is expansion.
You know what? He led a Trump supporter thing. The guy who sent me this, he led a Trump supporter rally. He led it. And then I saw the clip and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you'd think a conspiracy theorist would never like join the left or the right. It was kind of weird.
In the atmosphere and divided the waters which were under the rakia, expansion in the atmosphere, from the waters that were above. And so the dome in the firmament theory is made up by misinterpreting niggas. And so I'm gonna say this again: the flat Earth map is Photoshop. Okay, it's a Photoshop.
No. In the conspiracy community, it's just weird to pick Democrat or Republican because usually in the conspiracy community, they're puppets and blah 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 blah. Right? Like you should know that if you pick a side and you do conspiracy, you're always going to get conspiracy guys in the group that call you out and be like, dude, what the fuck? You're with Trump? So it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy I never see YouTube channels go into a political party. If it's a conspiracy channel, they're usually going away from it. Eddie Bravo and all these guys, they tend to like leave. They try and leave, you know? But, yeah, what is your best argument against Flat Earth? Damn. Hold on, let me think. I know I have some good ones. I know I do better than him. Because I know all the debunks, so now it's like I go through all this in my head. I used to know everything. I just forgot a lot. Damn. That's a good pause. How about the horizon being flat, horizontal? No. If I argued for the globe, it's just so hard, dude. Like, I can put anyone in this Discord in a call and embarrass them in a debate. It would be the most one-sided, raffle stomp debate you'll ever hear. And I've done this to Destiny, so imagine what I do to you. But we'll do that after. You can't do gravity with flat earthers because they're going to go density, buoyancy, and aerodynamics to explain their model. You can't do that with how do flat earth debunk curved flight paths? Oh my god, don't start with flight paths. That's the worst place for flat earth, dude. They will eat you alive. Do not do flight paths with flat earthers. They know everything. There's Discords that know way too much, bro.
Shot perspective of a globe from a top point of view, and there's a whole shot the fucking South Pole around it. The continents are not the correct size. The sun is not in here with us, and the Bible never said shit about no dome. It said expansion and atmosphere. It was translated into firmament, where it was misunderstood to be a physical motherfucking object that can't be proven, and I just shown that it's not there.
You screamed and acted like a crack fiend against Destiny. No, I was actually that flat earth debate was the most calming, boring I've ever been. I never screamed once. What are you talking about? I was kind of like I was stoned. I remember that day, and I was so caught off guard. I'm like, I remember saying to Austin, no, Destiny doesn't want to do this because I was just lazy. I didn't want to do it. And I'm like, I wonder if I could beat Destiny stoned. And then I realized, oh, he's a Globie. Globies are very easy. And I knew I was going to gain 10,000 followers right there. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be the easiest debate of my life. If I, sometimes my memory don't work, but that day it did.
I just showed some random ass white kid fly his fucking drone outer space, which proved that the sun was out there. And so I don't want to keep hearing nothing about this bullshit. And then you just show somebody else.
Can you explain concisely the motive of false narrative being round? I can explain in 10 seconds. I just don't want to because it's the most fucking explained topic in flat earth history. It's so stupid. It's literally like, if you don't know that, then you're not even half interested.
In an airplane talking about the horizon again, like I didn't just say.
Just leave.
If you go from 100 to 40,000 feet, the differentiation in degree change is only 0.3 maximum. So you can't see 3 degrees. You know how fucking small 3 degrees is? If you fly outer space, damn near.
Yeah, this guy, he believes in his people being Egyptian aliens. I don't want to speak for him, but I don't know much about him. I just found out that he had a flat earther on. And I keep watching flat earth debates where flat earthers were beating the physicists, the fucking physicist students against 40-year-old flat earthers. And it was just science debate. I watched that. Did anyone watch that on YouTube? And when I saw that, I freaked out. I'm weird. I'm just paranoid. So I'm like, wait a minute. The physicists are looking, people are laughing at the physicists, besides the comment section. I mean, like when you actually watch it and you're like, whoa, the audience was clowning on these guys. And the audience were like all students. I'll try and find it. When I saw that debate, I was like, oh shit, I need more content. And then I saw this, my buddy sent it to me. It's a YouTuber who sent it to me, and he's like, it's literally dog shit video. And I watched a bit of it, and I said, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I was in tears. Right now, not laughing because I just saw half of it. This part I haven't seen, but I was in tears laughing with that other guy. I forgot his name. And then the buddy said, this guy's a Trump supporting full-on conspiracy guy who believes in alien descendants, and the flat earthers hate aliens more than anything. They think it's cringe. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I started watching this, and it is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, man, how come there's no debates on the internet? Like, you know, I wish I always had content to react to like this. I'm milking it right now. Like, I'm pausing. I wish I had more. Like, but it's hard to find funny people. Like, people debate so boring in a boring way.
Back down, the horizon will look to it will from your perception change. It will be non-existent in its change. And so this shit is crazy, right?
How do you find Flat Earth debates? Doesn't YouTube hide it? Yeah, well, I watch them before they get banned. I watch them when they have like 20 views, and then they get banned and blah 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 blah. And you know, yeah, it's just such a touchy subject. Like, Globies like report, and everyone reports each other, and it's like, just laugh at the content, dude. Chill.
This shit is crazy and it's ridiculous. And so I got 2 minutes left, and I'm not even going to use my motherfucking last 2 minutes because I feel that my point has been stated.
Because I love debates where it feels like a Yu-Gi-Oh match. Do you know what I mean? Like, fool, you activated my Globetard card. And I just fucking find that the best shit, dude. I don't know why I can't find that anywhere on the YouTubes. Even in the old YouTube days, it wasn't around. You know? And Destiny doesn't really do it as much, and I can't find shit like this.
And not only have I went,
you know, the only format I'd fix here is I love a back and forth. Debates that have a back and forth, I will pay money to watch. I don't care if they're talking about paint drying. When I see a back and forth without timers, it's so much better. Do you know what I mean by that?
On the line, on the flat earth theory, I have stated once again, I'm going to go back to my last, I'm going to say this shit one more time before we go to our final round.
Like, could you imagine if they could interrupt each other? It would be the funniest TV show ever.
Models are created, okay, and tested against observations. If a model cannot explain all observations and experiments, you must either modify the model until it can scientifically verify observation, or it must be discarded. Period. And so, at no point in time has the motherfucking flat earth model, I got 1 minute left, and fucking I'm using it. I got 1 minute 20 and 19 seconds left. I'm using it. Fuck that. At no point in time has the flat earth model been validated. Period. We know that the
final round should, dude, Apex, I agree so much. Final round should always be a dialogue back and forth. Dude, if they don't have that where they talk at the end, I will be crying, dude.
Goddamn continents are incorrect. Okay, we know that. Everybody knows that. We know that the sun is not in here with us. Everybody knows that. And just off them 2 facts alone, before I even go on any more, matters and subject in this matter, the flat earth module is not sustained. Let alone if goddamn it's flat.
So flat earthers think the earth is 2-dimensional. No. The best way to just like grasp what they're trying to say to you is a snow globe. If you have one in your room and you look at it, you will understand everything they're trying to get to you without laughing. You'll be like, oh, that's what you meant. And I'm talking about rainbows, sundogs, the way the sun moved, blah, 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 blah. If you have a snow globe, you understand what they're saying. But some people think it's a frisbee, and that's where people get lost, right?
And the continents is facing different directions. How the fuck is everybody seeing the same group of stars in different directions? Now you also want to say, you said something about Kim, and I want to bring this up, right? The ancestors knew that we were on a spinning globe. I'm going to tell you how. Because the Sphinx lines up perpendicular.
Look, dude, I go down rabbit holes on YouTube of conspiracy. The weirdest one I watched with some Discord homies a year and a half ago. A conspiracy that says how to live a long time. You have to marry your loved one and drink her period blood. That's what the period's for the man, or some shit like that. And when I saw that, I was like, what the fuck part of YouTube am I on? Like, it was the weirdest video I've ever seen in my life, dude. And he went into it. He said, you gotta eat grass, you gotta do this. I was like, what the fuck?
180 degrees to be exact.
Or was it bay leaves? Some shit, some leaf.
Now, it takes 1 year for this alignment.
Oh, the best conspiracy I ever saw, dude. The funniest one. Some dude, I forgot who said this. He said, drinking water makes you dehydrated. You're never supposed to drink water. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then it turns out he drinks milk and bloody raw meat diet or something like that. It was the weirdest thing. And he said, you need milk and blood. And I was like, all right, I'm off the vampire section on YouTube. But I have some funny buddies that send me this shit. And they'd be like, dude, these guys literally bouncers who got no job during COVID. Like, imagine how much time they have on their hands.
Which means we're spinning. So now why is this important? If we were on a flat surface, okay, and there was a dome and the stars was somewhere in here with us, the Sphinx would always be aligned with Sirius B. It wouldn't take us till July 23rd every year to get that one-time alignment. And so my time is up, and I'm gonna say this.
Cool.
I'm gonna say
one of my favorite conspiracies was this guy who said all mountains are trees. Just look at the movie Avatar, dumbass. And I was like, oh, the tree of Awa. Did I say it right? Awa? Awa? Fuck.
This. You keep referencing Egypt when the whole civilization is built astrologically in sequence with astrology. And so here's my ending point. Why would the ancestors, okay, build a model, which is the Sirius B star, okay, and the Sphinx is in tribute to the age of Leo. This is why the body of it is a lion, okay, and we know that July is what? For Leos. So every July 23rd, the Sphinx structure lines up with Sirius B, okay? It takes a year for this to happen. You think the ancestors didn't understand that we were rotating when they built this structure? And so that being said, as we come into this last round, I'm gonna end on this.
No, one of my favorite ones was this guy, I forgot which channel, said the Tower of Babylon is rebuilt in modern times in Europe. Was it the European Union or some shit? I forget, man. This is so long ago. But I forgot. But it was so cool when I saw the link.
No, I'm not going to say, like I said in my last debate, we debating, we both feel strongly in our points, so we're not going to say who won and who lost.
The funniest flat earth debate I ever said. He said, "Motherfucker, we don't know what the moon is. It's a projection. It could be fucking cheese for all we know." I was in tears, man. I gotta find that one.
The people going to decide.
That's for them. I won't get into that.
Out of all
the cheese argument,
matters presented, the scientific module, being the flat Earth, has not been fully proven.
Okay. Can I go ahead and wrap this up?
So that being said,
I've never seen this part.
I'm going to wrap this up. Period.
Okay, let me go ahead and rebut that what you said real quick because I don't think.
I'm gonna start the time, and so we can do this like this. This last round, 15 minutes.
Cool. I ain't gonna take that long. I'm gonna let you get about it.
We share this round. So
it's crazy because in conspiracy circles, some of the circles that way become racist. Some of them hate aliens. Some of them don't believe in aliens. But the based ones, the chiller ones that all are like, inclusive of everyone. They're like, come talk about campfire stories and shit. Is the one they all agree that politicians are Satanists. That group invites everyone. Everyone else is combative. It's crazy, and you never know because like when you talk to these guys, man. As a bouncer, I've met more conspiracy theorists in person than anyone on earth. I'm telling you, when people are fucking cooked at the club, high on whatever the fuck they come in, and they start having their smoke break next to me, they start fucking trying to peel my eyes wide open. It is the funniest shit you'll ever hear, man. Like, man, there's people who look me dead in my eye and said, those flat earthers, they're covering up the real hollow earth theory. And I'm like, okay, what's the hollow earth theory? And he's like, you ever heard of Hitler on a Tyrannosaurus Rex in Antarctica? I was like, man, if you don't get the fuck away from me, I was like gonna slap the shit out this guy. I was like, I work way too many night shifts. And when you never sleep the way I used to never sleep, very unhealthy lifestyle, you just start to like believe dumbasses at the club. Like, not believe them, but they make you more paranoid. You know what I mean? One guy trying to convince me you're not supposed to walk. Or no, you're not supposed to eat. Excuse me. You're not supposed to. I would walk home and think about this. This one fucker at the club, I know he was high, skinny motherfucker, and he's like eyes bug-eyed open, and he's like, "You're not supposed to eat. You're supposed to breathe and absorb the sunlight." And there's people on Earth who never eat. And then he's like showing me on Google, like he's like, "I'll turn my dad on for you," and he's showing me people on Google who are like skinny as fuck who never eat, and they just sun breathe, or what's it called, sun gaze. And I was like, well, these people exist in Australia? And yeah, man, some rabbit holes are so freaky, dude. And I don't know what it is about the club, but it makes everyone talk about conspiracy. Even people who've got like degrees. That's what scares me. It's like when people are drunk, they go crazy, dude.
We can do it like this. You can go half the round and I can go half. Or no, that's how I think we should do it.
Just gonna close it out on a good bill. It'll time itself out.
All right, let's go. I'm starting right now. We started.
You mentioned I said something about going 5
Yeah, it's probably cool.
5 miles and a turtle go 5 miles.
Oh.
The turtle ain't gonna get there quicker than me. Duh. That was not the initial argument. I don't know if you're inebriated right now, but the initial argument was 5 miles per hour. That's a big difference. We're talking about the speed at which I'm running, which would be 5 miles per hour, and the speed at which the ant was running.
Yeah, it was a misunderstanding. Whatever, move forward.
5 miles per hour. We're not talking distance. I don't think you're paying attention, Val. We're not talking distance. We're talking speed. If I'm going 5 miles per hour and my girl in a truck going 5 miles per hour, she ain't gonna get ahead of me. I ain't gonna get ahead of her. 5 miles per hour is 5 miles per hour. No matter what you do it on, you know, that's just a fact. But you brought up the electric sun and its sustainability in the atmosphere. But what you got to realize is this right here, brother. You said electricity can't be sustained in this atmosphere. Where the hell did you get that from? Have you ever heard of Nikola Tesla? This is the Tesla Tower. He sustained electricity in this atmosphere. You're in this atmosphere, Pharaoh, and guess what? You're compressed electricity. You are a form of contained electricity. So where are you getting this shit from? Did you know that you can make a damn battery out of fruit? You can plug fucking apparatuses into a lemon and make a lemon battery. It's in this atmosphere.
Oh,
you can
damn.
sustain and contain and create electricity right here in this atmosphere, brother.
This is true. The potato thing, right? Fairly Odd Parents told me this.
A cell phone. What are you talking about? Now let me continue this. Because this is just, it hurts my heart that we're not thinking. Critical thinking is something that's gonna hurt us, man. Now you said that what else you said? Soft fruit. Fruit is soft when it becomes ripe. But you didn't debunk gravity. I did. You're just nitpicking. The fruit is soft because it's wrinkling and it has more moisture. The more moisture means the more weight. So you're right, it's soft and heavier. I don't know why didn't you think the two can go together? Like, why are you tripping, bro? So soft fruit is heavier because of moisture. And the word ripe means rip. Ripe is ripped because it rips from the tree when it's ripe. I'm giving you etymology as well. So you talk about the firmament, you need to know that the word ment is there dealing with the mental. It's the firm of Amen. The mental is the dome. The head that seals your body together, as above, so below. The earth is made the same way. I don't know why that's so hard to see. Now let's talk about this sun path that you mentioned, because you said that the only way the flat earth model could be substantiated is that it's modified where the sun is going outside of the atmosphere. Let me give.
If you really want to laugh, imagine this guy doing research alone in his room. You know, dude, I swear to God, some people live better lives than any. We're all ungrateful. You know how much fun some people have with Google, and then you and me just Google places to eat or what times this close? Some people really fucking just time for Google. You know what I mean? Like, dude, we don't know how to party chat. Like, I've never turned off my stream and chilled on Google since I was a kid. I've never turned off my stream and said it's time to read everything. You know, some people just like, you know, some people pop an Adderall and they just read, they Google any question they have. And it's just, yeah, I don't know.
Give you a round of applause. That was the smartest shit you said today. Look at this picture in front of you. Then let me know you didn't do no goddamn research, because in this picture in front of you, you can see in June 21st, the flat earth sun does go above the atmosphere. It fluctuates. It moves like a spiral. It's not just going in a fucking circle. It's going up and down while it's moving too, making a spiral motion. But
I told you he's going to do the pulse thing. I told you.
And that is how we get the damn Christmas tree with the star on top. Don't it look like a Christmas tree? What you're looking at is called a carousel. And when you say the word carousel, the word arousal or arousal is there because the sun and moon is sex magic. This is sex. Sun and moon is masculine, feminine. This is sex. So this forms a carousel or obelisk, which is an erected phallus. And the sun climaxes on June 21st. And then it ascends down the pole.
Yo, I must have missed something, teacher. Yo, he didn't even warm us up for that. How the fuck are you going to drop that without, like, at least start with, I know this is going to sound crazy, but just fucking, yo, the sun is sex magic.
The flat earth's gonna do around
the sun be busting nuts. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
About this sun path that you mentioned, because you said that the only way the flat earth model could be substantiated is that it's modified where the sun is going outside of the atmosphere. Let me give you a round of applause. That was the smartest shit you said today. Look at this picture in front of you. Then let me know you didn't do no goddamn research, because in this picture in front of you, you can see in June 21st, the flat earth sun does go above the atmosphere. It fluctuates. It moves like a spiral. It's not just going in a fucking circle. It's going up and down while it's moving too, making a spiral motion. What you're looking at is how we get the damn Christmas tree with the star on top. Don't it look like a Christmas tree? What you're looking at is called a carousel. And when you say the word carousel, the word arousal or arousal is there because the sun and moon is sex magic. This is sex. Sun and moon is masculine, feminine. This is sex. So this forms a carousel or obelisk, which is an erected phallus. And the sun climaxes on June 21st. And then it ascends down the pole like the firemen do. They show you this all around. So if you look at this, That right there is a nail in the coffin for you, because I just did what you told me to do. You said the only way I can substantiate it if I show you on a flat Earth model where the sun going above the atmosphere. See your tunnel vision, young bro. It can go above the atmosphere, under the atmosphere, within the atmosphere. Why globalists got to limit shit? Flat Earth does have a globular concept. So when you bring up all that shit about all natural shit hold the shape of a globe, when you do all that right there, guess what? Let me tell you right now. When you do all, hold on, I got background on it. When you do all that talk about worship and the globular aspect, just realize this, right?
Globular.
And let me show you this. I'm gonna be brief.
Globular. I wonder if he's right
remember
about
this. With the flat Earth model, we do have a globular concept. That's what you're missing. In flat Earth, I teach that the Earth is a plane and that the cosmos is a globe, and that's why it's called an atmosphere. But the Earth is a plane, or a plane enclosed in a net. The Earth is a plane enclosed in a net. The word net is nut, so planet. All right. And the Earth is the only planet, or netted plane, an extended plane enclosed in a nut. What you're calling planets, the ancestors called wandering stars. There were wandering stars and pit stars. What we call planets today was the wandering stars to the ancients. And let me show you what they look like through a telescope real quick. I think I got a picture of them right around. Oh, I thought I had a picture of them. Hold up a minute, Pharaoh. Let me grab this real quick. I'm almost done. So flat Earth real stars, just to save time, you can go look at this on YouTube yourself. You can see people zooming in on stars and they're not solid. So what you see, what NASA's showing you with these big bright pictures and spherical objects is not like that. They're more like orbs. They don't have a shape because they constantly chaining. They're infinite energy. Each shape is a sigil that releases energy. So a star never, it's constantly moving. That's why we get the term twinkle, twinkle, moving, twinkle, twinkle, little star, excuse me. But yeah. You talked about a rocket and the dome. Check this out real quick. Let's look at this. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit so we don't.
I always thought Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars for the blinking one.
I don't mean to cut you off.
Is this serious?
Well, out of that 15 minutes, you just took half of it. And so.
Okay, well, let's do what you told me on the phone. You said if we have to go over a little bit of time. You said, don't worry, Brother Sanchez. We can add a little 2-3 minutes. That's all we need. I'm
gonna let you can finish this time out. I'm gonna just do my own 15 minutes and then we done. So I'm gonna let
you. Fair enough. I can go with that. Hey, real G shit right there. I can go with that. You can close it out. You can have the last list. I just want to give some to the.
This is so cool. He's like, that's real G shit right there. These guys, man. This is so cool. This is the coolest camaraderie I've ever seen. Like two people living on two different worlds, you know?
Followers out there to take on with them. You talked about the Elohim being some kind of gods. That's pseudoscience. Elohim is just plural for elements. The 4 elements are the 4 extensions of the Most High that it created to manipulate this reality, just like you use your 4 extensions to manipulate the reality. So Elohim is plural for elements. And when you talk about the firmament, just remember the word firmament means agreement. And in ancient culture, it was called the covenant, which is another word for saying covering. So the word covenant and covering are the same. As you can see here, you couldn't see the sun and moon out at the same time if you were on a globe. So in this footage, you see a flat Earth model, sun and moon up. Everybody look at it and see them. And right here on this footage, you can see the sun and moon out at the same time. That wouldn't be possible on a globe. The sun would be on one side, the moon would be on the other. Because if you looked up and saw them both in the sky at the same time, that means the people on the bottom of the globe wouldn't see shit in the sky. Wouldn't have that ever happened. All right, sun and moon out at the same time, debunk the globe. Why do we look up on a flat Earth and see the sky in reverse? Pharaoh, if you walked in my house and we looked up at the chandelier in my living room, you would see it in reverse from me. You do understand that, right? That we go on watch a basketball game, we look up at the damn ceiling and see a chandelier, that if I'm on one side of the court and you on the other side, you're going to see it flip. Just like in this demonstration of the moon on the ceiling right here. If you was on the other side of the room, you'll see the 3 first, but I see the 1 and 2 first. That's simple shit. My room ain't no damn globe. It's flat. If you go up to a basketball game, all right, just because the ceiling may be a damn dome, don't mean that the ground they're walking on is a ball. Basically, you can't prove globe Earth by looking up at the stars. But since you tried to do that, it worked against you because you wouldn't see the sky in reverse on the globe. Have you ever heard of parallax? When it's your turn, teach the people about parallax, and you'll see that also debunks the globe. So I answered your questions. How do we see the sky in reverse? It's fucking simple. The same reason me and my son see our chandelier in reverse when I'm on the opposite side of it in the room. It ain't got shit to do with no mysterious force called gravity and all this pseudoscience. So just remember what I said. And when we talk about the firmament, the Van Allen belt is what your scientists call the firmament. So let's take a look at this video so we can see a rocket hitting the firmament right now. Check it out.
The civilian space exploration team is to be the first to the.
Let's fast forward.
I knew he'd go here.
It's about to hit the dome in a minute, what they call the Van Allen belt. If you look up the Van Allen belt, it's their form of nut. They saying it's a barrier, but it's not. It's a portal. You can't get through it with rockets. This them hitting the dome here. Look at that rocket. When have you ever saw something like that? So you need to check that out. And while I'm gonna close with this, the firmament is a mental thing. that our eyes create. When we look up at the sky is the stars in the sky stretch out like a canopy. But when you look up inside of a dome, there's a point of singularity. We call that Polaris. That's the pole star because it's in between the polarity of sun and moon. The sun and moon go around Polaris, and they're above the Earth on a flat Earth. We ain't on the globe. So
wait. Is it a glass dome or a water dome? Because why would it just slow down significantly? Why didn't it just bounce or explode? So which one did he say it is? I don't get it. Is he going with the glass dome?
when Pharaoh talked about the sun being above the atmosphere, he proved flat earth, because you can see that in the flat earth model, like I showed, it was a carousel. And that the sun does go above, below the atmosphere, make a spiral pattern. So he didn't research that, but yet when he's taught, he gonna act like he know every damn thing again with all of his damn ego. He just can't be goddamn wrong. But it's all right. That's why we can't get right, because in order to be right, you got to admit that you're damn wrong. So I showed my video of the rocket hitting the dome, not no damn drone. This a real fucking rocket going up higher than your little drone, and it made impact, buddy. So this right here explains the 4 seasons on flat earth at the bottom, but shows you how it's ridiculous on the globe, because the globe don't account for the tilt of the globe. So Pharaoh just explained the 4 seasons on the globe, but he didn't account for the tilt. All of the sunlight wouldn't hit the globe evenly because it's tilted. Oops, oops, ouch, ouch, goddamn, ouch. That one hurted me right there, Pharaoh. Goddamn, let me go and wrap this up. Damn. You said that the moon is solid, but you can see the black sky through it on this picture. You can see the blue sky through it on this picture. The moon can't be landed upon. Science ain't shit you got to believe in. So why you believe in the moon missions if you don't go? I keep telling your young ass that believing a scientist don't make you a scientist. It make your young ass a believer. Science and scientism is 2 different things. I'm doing science right now with natural observation. You're just quoting goddamn big-headed motherfuckers in a suit who think they smart, who fooling your ass and taking $60 million a day from your children while you here defending the crooks. And you're getting caught up in the crossfire, but you did it to your damn self for going up against an old king, young Pharaoh.
Damn.
All right? So much love to you, and I did this all with respect to humble you, because the problem we got in these communities is ego. And you know I ain't got an ego problem, because I ain't got no problem being laughed at for being called a flat earther. I got the facts to support it, no matter how much you deny them. So all the shit I've done today, to the diligent heart and person really seeking the truth, they're going to go play this back and they're going to hear my voice. It's going to resonate with them. You can go ahead and close out and do whatever you want to do at this point. But after you finish, just let me get about 2 minutes to say my piece to you and the viewers out there, young Pharaoh.
Yeah, of course.
I wonder what he's going to say.
Go ahead, my brother. You good.
All right. Now I want to say this, family. You know, because before I hit my timer, you know, I want to ask Sanchez, because you showed a video of that rocket. That rocket is very interesting. So I just want to ask you off the head now, do you know what year and what location that video was shot? Yes, no?
If you have to look on a video, it was last year, or hold on, it says, year before that. It was 2 years ago. So it was the end of 2015, about 2 years ago.
Here it is.
Now, the thing about that is there's more.
Let's go, Globy.
Go ahead. Just know that there ain't the only one. Go ahead.
Here it is.
Okay, now I'm starting my timer so everybody can see.
Here's the Globy.
Boom, we started.
Come on,
now, what I want to say about that rocket video is the date on that video that he reviewed is not the correct date that rocket launch took place. And so he's talking about doing research. That's not the date that the video was uploaded is not the date that the damn launch happened. And as you can see, no location was given as to where that launch happened. Now, why is this important? This proves that Sanchez did not research the totality behind that rocket launch, or else he would have never tried to use that as a point hitting the dome. Now, I also explained this in my flat Earth theory presentation that you didn't see. And so what Sanchez just actually showed y'all is called the yo-yo death spin mechanism. And that launch happened in 2014 in Taiwan. Now, I'm actually pulling up the real YouTube video so y'all can see it. Okay, you see development of the yo-yo death spin mechanism. You see the same launch right here. You see the device, okay? And what this device does, okay? I'm gonna play it a little bit. All right? All right? Well, it's gonna be too long. I'm not playing. I'm not wasting my time on that. But go look this video up. And as you can see, here's the rocket at the end, and there's a fucking parachute. It didn't hit no fucking dome. What are you talking about? And so niggas just be watching fucking YouTube, okay? And don't even know what the fuck they talking about. Now he also, let me check that off, because that's done.
Wait,
all right,
what?
check. Next point he made. The man said electricity can be sustained by the atmosphere. And he said that Tesla towers prove that. Our bodies prove that. And cell phones prove that. How much time I got left? 13.
I don't get that. What does he mean by that? Like, it can't open its parachute on the way down from the dome?
15 minutes. That's not true, because Tesla towers conducted electricity. The atmosphere did not conduct electricity. Our bodies conduct electricity through our nervous system. The atmosphere does not conduct electricity. The cell phone conducts electricity. Cell phone towers help navigate electromagnetic signals. And so everything that you name still...
Dude, don't go to cellular towers against a flat earther is the dumbest thing you can do. He's going to point out triangulation, and he's going to point out the grid. And why, if there's satellites, he's going to say, why do you lose connection away from the grid like the mountains? because it's all done through Ethernet. And then he'll say 97% of Earth Wi-Fi is done through cables, underground sea cables. And I Googled it. And weather balloons. Careful with this guy. I wonder if he says any of that, you owe me 50 subs.
Still did not prove that the atmosphere conducts electricity because it don't. And then the man showed another slide. Okay, let me go back to the shit.
That's not even my favorite point. My favorite point was the guy who said, why did Google Earth use an airplane to take pictures of Earth for Google Earth? That was my favorite point ever from the flight guys. I was like, nice, man. It's like, fuck a satellite.
The man showed another slide of the sun going up and down. Okay? He showed another slide of the sun going up and down. Now, let me go here. Okay? So he said the sun exits the atmosphere. Now, anybody who exits the fucking atmosphere goes outer space. And so here's a clear, once again, from that drone video, okay?
Oh,
the white boy with the drone of the sun outer space. And so here's the question. Are you telling me that this motherfucking sun goes outer space and comes back in the atmosphere and goes outer space and comes back in the atmosphere? Is that what the fuck we're saying? And then if there's a dome up there, how the fuck is the sun passing in and out of the goddamn dome? Period. Okay, now
he's going to say that the sun is just like the moon and it's, you can't like touch it or, like the moon is, they're going to say it's a projection. You can go through it, right? So it's just a light source.
Let me make another point. Now. Hold on, where I'm at. Okay, he said I didn't account for the tilt. He said I didn't account for the tilt of the Earth. Yes, I did account for the tilt of the Earth. When I brought
He's so dumb. He should have brought up that the tilt is 66.6. Imagine if he did that. 666. Oh my god. But the flat earther missed that. What the fuck?
Alaska being dark for 67 days. And I also accounted for the tilt of the Earth from a spherical disposition.
Hold on. Let me Google that one. Earth tilt 666 images. Boom. I could do better than the flat Earth guy, but I just don't want to.
Didn't account for the tilt of the Earth and Alaska being dark on a flat Earth. And so let's get that understood. Now, here's the next point I want to make. Let me go to my motherfucking photo. Here we go. Okay. The man said that the sun goes up and down, okay, out of the atmosphere. But my question is, at what point in time does this motherfucker go underneath the Earth if it's flat? I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to say it again. Here's a model of the flat Earth.
That's so beautiful.
There's the sunrise. If the sun never actually goes underneath the flat Earth, how the fuck are you able to observe a sunrise? I'm going to say it again. How does the sun go from coming from underneath the horizon all the way up in the sky if on a flat Earth model, the motherfucker never goes underneath the Earth?
Yeah, he's going to say it's perspective.
Okay, now when we're talking about...
that it's just going far away. That's what he's going to say.
The sun traveling away from you, things that travel away from you get smaller in the distance. And so with that being said, the sun never changes its size.
He's going to say the convergence thing,
If the sun never changes its size, that means it never travels away from you or it never travels towards you. Here's a... Look at this diagram. If this was a car and you was watching it drive down the street, it would get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as it went away. Have you ever seen the fucking sun get smaller? No. Have you ever seen the moon get smaller? No. Do you?
What? This is the worst point I've ever heard in my life. Oh my god. The globe guy needs to chill.
You know why the moon looks like it's coming from underneath the horizon? Because you're looking at it from outside the atmosphere. Okay? And so with that being said, you talking about ego and things like that. I'm going to tell you how I'm not in my ego. I'm coming with science and he's coming with ego. The man is talking about moon missions and all kind of shit I never brought up. And so how are you accrediting me to NASA and Tesla and believing in the moon missions? I never brought that up. And so who are you debating here? Are you debating points that I'm bringing up? Or are you here trying to prove a point and refute?
That is interesting that the flat earthers would be more successful. Let's say they're running for office or some shit, right? They'd be a lot more successful if they just started on something easier for people to grasp. And that's how most like cults and shit that's how most cults like fail miserably. It's like, the difference from a cult and like political ideology is that political ideology appeals to the, they're like populists. They appeal to the masses, right? They know what they're doing. They're going to give you an inch, but they're not going to show their full power level, right? All you got to do to get people to join your side is start with the most divisive question you can start with, to not just to test someone's IQ, but you can really, if you want to group, thank you, Myth, if you want to group people into flat earther or not flat earther, just start with the moon landing card. It's the easiest place if you want people on your side. That's the easiest place to start. If you drop the moon landing question on this chat divides into people who hate each other. And it's such a divisive question. And that's how you divide and conquer, right? Because with that question, you get a lot more people on your side if you're a flat earther. Because then they'll say, well, I'm not a flat earther, but the moon landing was a hoax and blah, 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 blah. And it's so much easier to do it that way. If you start your arguments from the moon landing, you'll have more people on your side. Never start with the sun nutted on the moon. The masculine and the feminine. This guy don't care, though. He's all content.
The other shit you've heard watching YouTube. See, when we're talking about ego, I've been dismantling this motherfucking flat earth module from the get-go. Everything that he said, I wrote it down and responded to it. Watch this video back. He hasn't responded.
Should only be one side. Okay, chat. Do you believe in the moon landing? Yes is 1, no is 2. Let's do the poll. I love these fast polls. I'm just curious with the night crowd. Night crowd's EU, right? 1, yes, 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 yes. I believe the moon landing. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Wow. Wow. For night crowd, wow. That has to be EU. NA would be so different. Wow. Wow, this chat is okay, I'm not gonna say whether I respect you or not. I'm just gonna leave it ambiguous. Wow, that's interesting though. The one guys, that's interesting. Wow. You guys are interesting people. I got a bridge to sell you.
To shit. I didn't hear him say nothing about that guy. You ain't hear him say shit about that goddamn sun being out of space. You ain't hear nothing about that. Okay? And so that being said, you know, we can talk about research here. And I'm sick of niggas keep talking about some motherfucking the white man's research. 1 + 1 is 2. That's not white man's research. It don't matter who's in power. If you go to another planet, 1 + 1 is 2. Science is fucking science. The evolution theory is the white man's science and research. That's why it's called a theory. The flat earth theory is the white man's research and science. Why it's called a theory, okay? The Bible, all of that shit is theoretical. Shit that you can prove to yourself is not theoretical. Go get a fucking telescope like I got. I wish I should have carried that bitch up here and set that fucking telescope in front of this camera. And go look at the moon and go look at Jupiter. It's a sphere. That's not fucking white man science.
He just addressed that they're celestial bodies. He said wandering stars, that they can still be round as you observe them. He's saying that Jupiter is... Never mind, he's not getting it. Oh boy. Chat, would government ever lie? Like big lies? 1, yes, 2, no. This time, government would lie? Big lie? Just say yes or no, actually, fuck it. Would government lie? Yes or no? I don't know why I did that. I don't get this chat. How is there so many yeses? The government would lie, but not about getting tax dollars for a moon landing? I don't get this chat at all. You guys are fucking the dumbest chat I've ever had in my life.
I'm gonna fucking... Let me pull it up again. Let me pull it up again. Let me pull it up again. Let me pull it up again, because I'm ending this bitch with a fucking spirit bomb from goddamn Dragon Ball Z. Pull this, let me pull this shit back up.
No way, he's a Dragon Ball.
Okay, here we go.
I'm on his side.
Let me find it. Boom. Okay, time to share screen. Here we go. This was taken with a telescope. You can, listen, family, y'all can go and Google the nearest astrology club in your state and go use one of their
There's got to be better globe guy arguments than this.
Telescopes and observe Jupiter and its 4 moons. And so here's the question that not only Sanchez has failed to answer, but every flat earth nigga on the goddamn earth. What the fuck happened?
I'll answer it.
That caused Jupiter's moons to be outside its atmosphere, but our moon is in here with us. And so another question that motherfucking niggas, flat earth niggas have yet to answer is this. How much time I got 6 minutes left. Let's go. Another question that flat earth niggas have yet to answer is this. If the sun is in here with us, how is it light on other planets? Does every planet got its own fucking sun? Huh? Huh? Because I tell you what, they call planet B.
This is the dumbest argument I've ever heard in my life. How is there light on other planets? He just said they're celestial bodies. He just said that they're just stuck on the constellations, that the stars move. Think of a planetarium, dude. How are you not getting it? It's going full Kaioken, bro.
The morning star. They call Lucifer the morning star. they call Lucifer the bearer of light. In chemistry, phosphorus etymologically also means the bearer of light, since you want to bring up etymology.
Wow.
You know why? Because phosphorus is on the atmosphere of the planet Venus. Okay, and once struck by light.
I really don't get this. I see vegans, I see flat earthers, I see Satanist talkers, I see all groups of people that always debate hard on the internet. From all of them, they all have their wins and losses. But why do flat earthers have the most W's out of any group? Like, it's just every debate I watch is like, dude, that Jesse Lee Peterson one was so embarrassing. Remember that one? It's just insane. Physicist versus what was that guy's name? What was that guy's name, Chad? Help me with the name. He makes merch, flat earth merch, he makes money off it. It was a physicist, astrophysicist versus Mark Sargent. And that was the most, we watched it on stream. Thank you, Lemur. And yo, we watched it on stream and every globe guy was like, okay, the physicist's an idiot, but it's around. And it was just so fucking one-sided. It was like a raffle stomp debate, but it was polite. But I'm not rewatching that. That one's boring as fuck. I want funny shit.
It appears to glow like a star. And so what is striking the planet Venus with light if the sun is in here with us? Is you telling me that the sun is so powerful, it's pushing outside of our fucking atmosphere and touching all other planets? Goddamn, I'm spitting like a motherfucker.
Like, dude, how do you lose a debate to a guy saying the sun is busting a nut on the moon?
What the fuck is y'all niggas talking about? Your flat earth motherfucking theory, model belongs nowhere but the motherfucking garbage. Straight up. And so niggas can get on here and talk all that. I'm the king and ego shit. I don't gotta come on this bitch with no ego. I do self-observatory motherfucking research. Just like you showed that motherfucking picture of a nigga flying on a plane. I got on a plane and took the motherfucking picture. And you didn't explain how the picture you showed came from the time when the sun was motherfucking rising. So you half-assed it. Just like you tried to show that motherfucking video of that rocket hitting that imaginary motherfucking dome, and you didn't do the full research on that. And
it doesn't matter what you said. You conceded the whole argument when you said it was a fisheye. You said correct that it would be flat. Or you meant it. Like, you meant it that way. You said it's a fisheye lens. I've never heard anyone say, I know it's a fisheye lens. I'm not making that argument. That's like, well, then what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
You half-assed it. And so I'm not playing with no motherfucking information because we talking about the minds of motherfucking children that gotta develop according to this understanding. And you're not.
Does he seem like a Trump supporter to you? Like, with all this energy and shit? It just seems like the high energy guys are more conspiratorial based, you know?
To sit here and tell these motherfucking children that
but
we can clearly see the sun outside.
He's
but
both.
Because
apparently.
niggas got on YouTube and got massaged by a motherfucker who copyrighted the flat earth map in the 1800s and told you that he got it from his understanding of the Bible.
Like, I don't get it. When you guys see Trump supporters, is this how they are with you? Like, high energy in America? You know what Trump supporters are in Canada? Yeah, support Trump and, well, basically, you know, lower taxes because I have nothing better to talk about. Like, I don't really believe in Bernie's Medicare plan policy because we don't have enough money, but we have enough for the Space Force. We have enough money for the Space Force and military, but when it comes to Medicare, I'm just gonna have to pay $100 million to get my leg fixed. You know what I mean? Like, they're just so boring in Canada. And then when I see them on Twitter, they're freaking like, you know, Q is from the fucking future and Trump is from the future and he cut down Frieza, Mecha Frieza in half, and then King Cold. And I'm like, where do I find those people? Right? I think we ran into one parade in IRL, but that's it. No more in Vancouver.
And now you're trying to blame it on motherfucking ancient civilizations who had nothing to do with that the earth was flat. I ain't going for that. And so with that being said, family, I'm ending my shit. Fuck the rest of my time. Because I'm tired and I got to get ready to go to LA. And
yeah, I know you got to get up.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm just send it to me again.
Let me end my shit. Because we ending out. We're going to say our due diligence and we out. So that being said, family, watch this video, do your motherfucking research, and you decide what the fuck is the best understanding for you. And you decide what the fuck you can and cannot prove to your goddamn self. And so with that
bro, if you didn't watch me do this stream with this guy, you missed out big time. Go watch it before the VOD's deleted and save it or something, because I didn't save it.
Family, I want to thank y'all for participating. I want to thank Brother Sanchez for
Bro, where do I find these Trump supporters, dude? Look at this.
Charlotte, Joshua, and Benjamin. Okay, you guys. So my name is Dr. Tammy, okay? And you asked what QAnon is.
She's a doctor?
Right? And you want to know have you ever heard of QAnon? Have you ever seen like stickers around that say Q? Or people talking about Q? But do you want to know what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Have you heard of the military before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard of like the defense military? Like the defense? And have you heard of things like the intelligence agencies? You've probably heard of like the FBI.
This is so stupid. What is she doing?
CIA. So I think the very best one is called the DIA. Okay, so that's Department of Intelligence. Okay, so we're going to start there. Operation QAnon is a defense intelligence operation. Okay.
Some Karens want to be a part of like some James Bond script so bad. Like she don't believe this shit.
Designed to wake the world up. It is using quantum, almost like Space Force. You've heard of the new Space Force? Space Force technology. Using a quantum computer.
Imagine a flat earther walked in. She's a conspiracy theorist versus a flat earther. He'd be like, Space Force? You believe in space? You'd fucking go crazy, bro. And then she'd be like, oh, there's levels to this, you know? And the deepest level is the flat earth one. Like, that one connects everything, dude.
To post messages from the future.
But do you know why she's a conspiracy lady that believes in Space Force and shit? Because in order to be a strong patriot, you have to believe in the moon landing. It strengthens your resolve. It strengthens your team too, the right wing that's following you, and it's some evangelicals and shit like that in Q. Basically, you need to think U.S. is some hero that went to the moon and blah 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 blah. And yeah, it's really weird. Like conspiracy theorists divide down the. That's why it's so interesting about flat earthers. I met hardcore Bernie bros, vegans that are flat earthers, and then I met hardcore right QAnon guys that are flat earthers, and I'm like, dude, you know that like you got lefties in your movement, right? And he'd text me back and be like, oh, I don't care as long as they're flat earthers. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And then, you know, the vegans would be like, I don't really care as long as they're flat earthers. And the vegans were atheists, and the QAnon were Christian Bible flat earthers. And I'm like, how are you an atheist flat earther? And I look into it, and I'm like, oh my God, that one consumes the most, you know, like it appeals to the most. Whereas Q is just right wing, right? It's hilarious, man. Q is hilarious. Listen to this shit.
Real time. I know, isn't that crazy, Tyler? Are you blown away, Benji? Yeah, me too, Mr.
My deepest level is reptilian shapeshifter. Believe it or not, in most conspiracy circles, everyone thinks reptilian shapeshifter is retarded position. Like, that's normie shit. Like, nobody in conspiracy circles ever buys that shit. So talk to them, dude. They will tell you straight up. They're like, that's the dumbest position. All of them. Any angle. It's hilarious. It's like the David Icke people hate that shit, dude.
Spider-Man. Yeah, and you got your cookie to show it, right? And the smile and the crumb to go with it, right? So it's posting from the Space Force, right? Mm-hmm. Using space like quantum technology.
Quantum
from the future,
for Q.
Real time to the internet on a whistleblower board.
She's actually
for anybody to read.
She's actually lost, dude. She believes this shit.
So that people can begin to learn, right? For what we call the Great Awakening. What do you think about that?
That's crazy.
Yeah. What do you think? Is that crazy?
That is a shit message. It's not a repeatable message. Those kids can't repeat what you said, so your message falls on deaf ears fast. You are not getting anywhere with that message. That's dog shit, bro.
Yeah, you think it's crazy too, Benji? Me too. So why are you guys here?
I'll bet you anything she's educated. Some educated people go full on lunatic, bro. So weird. I think the dumbest people I've ever met are some college kids that like recently graduated. You know? Man, back in the old days, people would finish college and they'd be like 10 head. Now people finish college and they're like, well, is this ableism? It's like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Participating. And as I said, debates, you know, it's not meant to destroy each other. You know, I don't, even though, hold on, I'm ending my statement. I'm gonna let you close. Let me end my statement because when I, you know what I'm saying? I don't,
is she a doctor? I don't know who she is.
I'm cutting you off or none of that. Let me end my statement.
Bro, I'm gonna just say it right now. QAnon is the most shit fucking conspiracy. The most shit. When I tell you, they literally will tell you a celebrity died. And then when the celebrity shows up on TV, they act like nothing happened. It's insane. Like, dude, talk about people who just like constantly. Yo, can we ban that guy, mods? Please, because I don't have much shit. At the mod, man. Shit. Anyways, let me tell you something, dude. It's insane how the Q people can completely shift the goalpost. You know what I mean? Like, didn't they say Tom Hanks is like gone and now he's like still alive, and then they said it's a deep fake, and then blah blah blah. And yeah, it's just like they make way too many predictions, and they're like, yeah, their percentage is just dog shit, bro. And yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird. I don't even get the Q thing. You know, I understand the flat earth thing way more than the Q thing. The Q thing is just what the fuck.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Go ahead. And so that being said, debates is not meant to tear each other down. You know what I'm saying? You didn't hear me, throwing no shots or nothing like that. We here to dispute the information. And so with that being said,
Zherka, what's your favorite conspiracy theory? The vampires. The vampire Satanists is my favorite. The adrenochrome one is by far my favorite conspiracy theory of all time. Because it's just scary enough to where it's like in Fear and Loathing it's mentioned, and some Hollywood flicks, and it's just mentioned this much to keep it alive, where it's not like, yeah, the vampire theory is my favorite one. But flat earth too. When it comes to debates, flat earth is
family,
hilarious.
you decide for yourself what was the truth. I'm going to end.
Flat earth is not hilarious because of the flat earther. Just today it is. But it's usually because the globe guy starts pulling out weird shit, bro. Like, your piss is curved, so the earth is round. Like, when Globies start saying that, that's my favorite content. Pizzagate. Well, no, there's like two separate Pizzagates. There's one that's about that man's Instagram. I forget his name. Not Anthony Weiner. That guy's James Alefantis Instagram. That Pizzagate was the most fucked up shit. But yeah, but the mainstream media Pizzagate is just stupid. But yeah, Podesta shit was really creepy too. Yeah.
On a positive note, I'm gonna let Brother Sanchez end on a positive note, and then we're gone. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this video down. I'm gonna composite all 3 chapters of this debate, and this video will be up before the night is out.
Skull and Bones was a cool conspiracy. Yeah, it was like, yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, dude, you want to know how weird I am? Look at this. The Scotsman himself, Albert Pike's book. This book, Morals and Dogma. I'll show you the index. Is it a coincidence this book came exactly when I got a fucking ounce of weed? Swear to God. Because I want to mix up my shit. I don't want just fucking funny content. I want fucking hilarious content, right? So I'm like, gotta bring some of these back. These old flat earth debates and shit. Look at that index. We'll talk about page 12. Apprentice, the fellow craft, the master, the secret master, the perfect master, the intimate secretary, the provost and judge, the intendant of the building, the elect of the 9, the illustrious elect of the 15, sublime elect of the 12, Prince Ameth, Grand Master Architect. Oh, that's a higher level. Royal Ark of Solomon, Grand Elect, Perfect and Sublime Mason, Knight of the East or of the Sword, Prince of Jerusalem, Knight of the East and West, Grand Pontiff. And yeah, it's got so much crazy shit here. And yeah, it's just when I found out it was about symbols and stuff, I'm the kid in school who always drew symbols, obsessed with triangles, circles, and like Pythagoras was obsessed with triangles, Illuminati triangles. And ever since grade 11, 12, I've been obsessed with symbols. So this book is going to feed me, It's going to feed my soul. And it gives me something. Symbolism is interesting because when you find out that the words we're speaking with are just like grunts. You know, language isn't that real if you think about it. Right? They're just grunts. We're just cavemen grunting, right? But that's why there's so much miscommunication and arguments, because it's not real. None of that is real. When I start thinking like that, I go, how important is symbolism really? You know, if you wear a Trump hoodie your first day on the internet, you will never, ever get partnered, because you'll always be seen as that visual representation. They don't even check that I'm Canadian. They'll always pigeonhole me and destroy my career and stuff like that, because you meme in the sunlight too much, right? You can't meme in that direction. And so when I realized, like, I forget how important symbols are to people. That the fact that I wore a Trump hoodie, where Hassan wears one every day for memes, but the way I did it meant no, you know, it slashed my paycheck, my partnership, my whole life. It slashed in half, which just kind of sucks, but whatever. And I get you, lovely bunch. To me, it's so interesting that humans are so like symbol obsessed, to where a TNA symbol can make you guys think of weird shit. Do you know what I mean? If I was to search up, I'm not going to search up TNA, but you know that logo it has, the 3 triangles or whatever? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The old leggings in 2010 or whatever. So even older than that, 2007, I think. Is the TNA symbol has, it's a clothing brand. Or Lululemon. If I show you guys a Lululemon logo, you guys start thinking of women. It's so weird how a symbol can trigger that. And what symbols and images are you used to? You know, it was always interesting to me that it's like, I got into the heaviest car crash of my life because the symbols I was putting in my ears was the hard style and very loud music. But I remember I didn't crash because it was loud and I couldn't hear. I crashed because I was pumped. And then it's so weird to me that, like, yeah. When I found out the world is so visual, I'm an artist, I see shit better. I'm like, wow, man, that's so interesting. I never thought of it like that. You know, like, for example, your posture is a symbol to to society. The way you stand is a symbol. And you never really think of that, right? But your crush looks at you standing like a beta male. You're giving the symbol of a little bitch, right? It's really interesting, you know? Like, if I start saying this, we will not take any shit from DGG, I'm copying the symbol of the president. This is every picture he's caught in, you know? And I start sounding like I'm mobilizing you guys against another brigade. But I'm not. I'm memeing, and the symbol is the visual you're looking at, right? And you can just take a snapshot. You don't have to see me move. Your brain is just going to hold on to a snapshot. If I hold my middle finger, right? Usually it means war, but here it means like kick W or whatever. But it's really weird. Like, yeah, once you start seeing the world more simple, you'll become more business forward. Like, you guys have no idea how important the Nike logo really is, right? Or you have no idea why the Gymshark logo went from a cartoon shark to just the squiggly 2 lines. The Gymshark logo went very simple to copy Nike because it needs to be something that sticks in your mind. That symbol can make you $1 million brand, right? And if you're ever thinking of a business, chop it down into its most simple layer and it'll be the most successful. Same with anything you do, right? Like, I'm not afraid of a man who knows 10,000 kicks. I'm afraid of a man who knows 1 kick trained 10,000 times. It's got to be something repetitive in my mind. It's got to be like that. All right, let's finish this up and so I can go to bed.
Because I'm not going to sleep because I got to get ready, you know, to do what I do in Cali, the Black Woman is God lecture, hosted by Goddess K. Cola. Shout out to that goddess. I'm going to put the link to that in the description if you want to get the live stream, family. And so with that being said, family, I love y'all. You know, once again, thank y'all for participating on both sides, whether you're a Flat Earth subscriber, a Globe Earth subscriber, you know, continue to, it's positive. I'm not mad at nobody trying to learn. I don't give a fuck what road you're going down, because we'll be out here doing all kind of wicked shit. And so this is healthy. Don't let nobody try to flex and finesse y'all to think that this is not healthy. But with that being said, family, I just want to thank all parties involved. Thank Brother Sanchez for coming on the channel and participating in this debate. Thank the family. I'm gonna let the Brother Sanchez close out, you know, and we're concluding we are concluding this event. And with that being said, I love y'all. Peace.
To the people out there viewing, if you want to learn more about this debate, follow me on Bro Sanchez TV.
On, dude.
Look forward to more debate. Y'all do research, man. Shout out to you, YP.
Yeah, much love. Definitely, like I said, I definitely appreciate you coming on. I'm time constrained. I can't even go to sleep. I got to get ready to jump on the flight. And so with that being said, family, once again, we definitely appreciate y'all for participating. We definitely appreciate y'all for.
That was the funniest debate ever, man. Oh, at least someone found it funny. Good, she found it funny. It is funny. The food part was hilarious. I don't know if I want to wrap it up, dude. I have nothing funnier than that, though. I knew I was saving this for like a special day. I feel so bad I don't show the daytime crowd. The daytime crowd has to see this as a VOD, which I promised them, not the nighttime, but fuck it. It's streaming late anyway. This is so funny, dude. This video is fucking hilarious, man. This was good, yeah. Well, we did a lot. What time is it? Already been 8 hours? I'll wrap it up here and I'll stream more tomorrow. Oh, Connor did get fucked up. We totally forgot about that. He got lit up. Alright, let's host a homie. What courses did you study in uni? I was training to be a firefighter, so I was doing physiology and kinesiology, and it doesn't matter. I'm a dropout. That's what matters. Okay, John, are you okay with me downloading this VOD and putting it on YouTube? Sure. I mean, sure. I mean, I don't want you to work. I don't want anyone to work for me. But if you want the VOD, it's good laughs, man. I don't mind. I don't know if I want to stay up a little longer. Do you guys want to do it? No, we'll save the police. Watch the donation vid. What is it? Pass it. This is becoming the greatest React channel ever. Although we got to go to IRL tomorrow. We got to fix that up. And we got to get back on the grind. Like the harder grind is IRL. Yeah, I gotta get in the habit of just keeping videos muted and farming thumbnails and clickbait so people chill with me. Remind me to do this more often. Say, Zherka, you're rambling. Throw some clickbait on the thing, right? You know what I mean? Because Craig Ferguson's beautiful. I don't want to end stream, but it's been 8 hours, dude. I should. Okay, is this it?
I got a problem. I got a loan on my wife's ring.
Yeah?
And when I first started coming here, I got a VIP card. I got more on the loan. Now you guys put me to a gold card, and I get nothing out of it.
No, the VIP is the gold. They're both one the same. We offer a promotion at American Joy and Loan. It's called a gold card membership. It gets more money in people's pockets if they want to get a loan and allows you to save money if you want to buy something. How much you get? So $385. And now you're upset. Why?
What are you guys gonna do about it?
I'm gonna allow you to pick up your ring when you have the right amount of money.
You're not listening to me.
I am hearing you, but you're not listening to me.
You think this is funny?
I don't think it's funny. I think that there's something wrong when you start hitting your head against the side of the window.
You know, for talking a bunch of dude, small as you are, dude, my arms are bigger than your leg, bro.
And your brain's obviously not. Oh, you're an idiot.
What are you gonna do about it?
I'm not gonna do anything about it.
What are you going to do about it?
I am not going to do anything about it.
What do you think you're gonna do?
Whatever I have to.
You need to get out of my face, bro.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me scoot back.
Really?
I don't see you,
even
my
think
man.
about it.
My man, have a good day, my man.
Really?
Have a good day, sir.
It's a good bouncer,
No,
yeah.
big man, I don't think so.
Have a good day, man. Good day.
Hell no. This
Good day.
You want some?
Whatever you got to bring.
Come on.
Where are we going?
My house, right
No,
up there.
I'm not going home with you. No thanks.
That's what I thought, bro.
you thought right.
This. Come on. That's what I thought. This. You want some?
I do. I would. Yeah, that's about it. You guys want to host a small streamer, or do you want to host a friend, or what do you want to do?
Bam goes the boozle.
I feel like I don't know these people, so let's help someone out.
In the heart of Detroit's 8 Mile lies the
Okay, let's help someone out. Let's get a good reaction out of someone. That'd be something funny. High to low, recommended for you. Okay. 3.7, 52. Do you want her? You guys choose. Someone that looks bored. Let's just shock someone. A happy person. No ungrateful streamer, please. I mean, I don't care if they're ungrateful to me, but make sure they enjoy streaming. Who's the dent? Sell it to me. Jeez, everyone's doing great. The dent? Okay, the underscore dent. This is it? Okay, fuck it. Alright, my prison homie. What's up, G? I think I recognize this. Known around Twitch. Have a good night.
Holy fuck! Yo! Motherfucking John Zherka with a host. The fuck? What the fuck? Hey, hold on, homie. Hold on, homie. Let me, I'm gonna drop out this raid real quick, homie. God damn. Let me get out this raid.